Hello, everybody, and welcome, and I hope you have a good
Happy New Year!
I'm sure it's a week late, but we're
it
at
is.
a grand old time.
It is.
But now we're in the 20s.
If
Let's bring back the Charleston and impending financial collapse.
That's all right. That was 2 years ago.
my flapper dress is in the shop.
No, your flapper's right on. So, let's talk about your lips. You know, your gorgeous, sultry lips.
Clip it real good.
If you've been watching us,
you know that this is weird.
If you've been watching us, you know this is just how it goes half the time.
How it goes.
Sometimes
it
we're
be
back.
like
This is our first time back from our holiday break. If you found us because of the marathon we were running over the break, welcome.
Hi.
To your first caught up episode.
Yay. What's up? Thank you for joining.
Yeah, we're real excited to have you as we head into what might be the most exciting part of this game so far.
Yeah.
Depending on how things go.
Here's open.
As far as other things, Dragon's Horde's Kickstarter might still be going. It's probably still going if they're running a month-long campaign, which I would hope they are.
Yeah.
Even if it isn't, check it out anyway.
Check it out anyways.
Check out their stuff.
Hopefully you can still buy it. They're making the first solid sterling silver dice to hit the market. They look gorgeous. I really want some. I've definitely backed it by this point.
They shiny as fuck.
Yeah. And you can get these.
You can also get the mugs.
Yeah,
the mugs are there.
The mugs are super good for holding all your beverages.
If you're feeling really ritzy, they also revealed that they're also doing solid gold D20s.
In a very cute little ad where they had people panning for gold. It was very charming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Colonel, I've got these solid silver dice.
That is all.
That is all.
Snake? You're supposed to be stopping terrorists.
I know, but I can't stop rolling 20s.
Snake, that makes noise.
Snake, please. Please,
My
Snake.
ass cheeks already did it.
We've got 3 guards playing a game right now.
If this is your first time watching, I apologize.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't. This is great.
Yeah.
This is fabulous.
This is the blanket shenanigans that you've come to know and love from the beginning of the natural
This is how we open shit. Like I feel like we don't
badly.
We don't have a lot of sponsors. We don't have a lot of shit, but we've got a lot of heart.
We don't have any sponsors. I don't know what you're talking about.
I know. I was lying to them.
I was lying. I was telling them falsehoods.
Sorry, hang on. I gotta take this call from one of our clients real quick. One of our D&D clients.
Hello,
Critical Role?
Apple?
Sponsored by Apple. I wish.
Hi. Hello, Elon Musk.
We will test drive your new space car.
Oh, I understand. Breakups can be tough.
Just send the Cybertruck to the studio.
So yeah, thanks everybody.
Pick us up for the moon ride.
And, thanks everybody. I said. Why did I say thanks everybody?
Thanks everybody.
Also,
watching.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Also, there's that podcast that Chelsea did a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Our producer Raph also did it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Jackie
has
also
also
did it.
done it. So
So go check that out. Where can they find
For
that?
Comics Junkie. You can find it
Say that one more time.
For Comics Junkie. It's on every podcast listening platform.
Woo. Is it Junkies or Junkie?
Junkie.
Junkie.
Sorry,
Okay.
I was saying Junkies.
No S.
No, you didn't say Junkies. I just always assumed it was Junkies.
No, it is junkies.
It is Junkies?
It's
It's
for
Junkies?
comic junkies.
Oh, I'm incorrect. Junkies.
You're incorrect.
Junkie monkeys.
I am
You're-
I'm incorrect. Oh man, I just
That's why she was on the podcast. Everybody.
I discorrected that one.
I'm real good with words.
I think though with that's all
That's
of our
everything.
That's all of our shit.
Did it.
Mm-hmm.
And we're heading into a very normal episode, right?
Super
Very
normal.
normal, as you can tell by the attire.
Yeah.
Super normal. I'm actually
Paranormal.
Yeah,
annoying.
they're very distracting.
Should I say drive?
I will eventually take them off, don't worry.
Yeah. When the migraine gets bad enough.
So, we're gonna do something a little bit different today. We're gonna have a little bit of a different feel to this episode. We have a couple of downtime activities. Yeah.
For downtime.
Continuity sake.
Yes, we have some downtime activities for everyone. So, pardon me.
You're pardoned.
We are starting with the three ladies. So if the two of you could go ahead and leave the tables, we will be opening with you.
Cool.
Okay.
The fuck out of here.
You're going to the rat way?
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the rat way.
Yeah.
So the three of you have been at the bar. Philip and Villateri have just left the premises. And so has Liam. Liam has decided to go back to the mansion. The three of you have decided that you wanted to talk to Grant, one of the other gnomes of the establishment who has gone through the heist before. He's sitting there with his smoking buddies. He's kind of laughing and having a good time. He's still fairly inebriated at this moment. As the three, if you guys wanted to take a moment to talk to each other, please do so. But if you also wanted to just step up, just let me know.
Alright. Do you want to take a sec?
I'm happy to just step up.
Just step up? Alright, great.
I didn't know if you guys wanted to talk about any of the questions you might want to add. Like, do you guys
What are
want
we
to discuss?
asking him?
Well, I mean, I think we should ask, like, you know, what we're going up against, mostly. I mean, if we're going to somewhere that is one of the 7 hells, that doesn't sound like it's a great time. 9 hells? Shit. 9 hells.
That's alright.
I did the,
We seem to be growing. The last time it was 6, now it's 7.
When was
what
it
is
6?
I said
Oh, you said
She
6.
said
Oh, okay.
six.
I was like, I never said 6.
Nameless is dead.
Like, this is the straw that broke the
Oh, that
camel's
would
back.
be a huge
You, like,
straw.
lose.
Are you kidding me? 20 years of experience
Oh,
and I
no.
say 6 hells, I would kill myself.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
That's what I'm saying.
I
I'm
thought
saying
you-
against me. Like, I'd be like,
I was like, you let him talk about freaking elk speed for freaking 10
I know,
Oh,
for
I would
so
I-
long.
But continue, sorry.
But, so we're going into 9 hells, which sounds like there is,
Sounds like a cool bar.
it does sound like a really fun bar, but I don't think it is a very fun bar.
Actually, in the desert.
It's a great desert bar. I don't know if you've ever been to the desert.
God, Sally's a hipster.
This entire time.
Yeah.
The desert is just Williamsburg.
Cultural desert.
So is there any
I just think it would be good to know specifically what we're walking into.
I'd like to know if there's any. I know that it's not like probably man-made traps sort of thing, but I feel like if we're going to a place that has hell in it, there's going to be traps. Even if they're not man-made, it might just be like aggroing, like, I don't know, fucking Venus flytrap monster on the ground, like that sort of thing. I don't know what goes on in hell. I've only been a couple of times.
To hell?
Like the plane of fire. I might have been to a couple of hells. It was a fuzzy weekend. Anyway, I think we should figure out what we are specifically going up against. Because he's the only one that came back, right?
Well,
One of the few?
He's one of the few who have come back, and he's the one who is, he's
the last one too.
the last one who did it who's still alive.
Last one who was alive, great.
Yeah.
Well, give me a second. I'm gonna go and buy him a shot.
Mm.
You step up as you kind of indicate to get it,
Excuse
and
me. I'd like a
you
shot.
I would like some alcohol.
I'll go.
so she sets it down on the shot, and you hand it over to Grant, and he. Wow. This may kind of you.
You seem to like it. Well,
That I do.
You
He just takes it and puts it back down.
I think now you have to talk to us because I got you a shot. We have
Only a
questions.
persuasion
I
You really not
Persuade me?
That was such a that was so
I think you have to talk to us now because we gave you a drink.
Oh, okay.
straight white
Every
man.
I was going like every man. An 8.
Oh.
I hope he
You
gets
have
a
nothing of
7.
persuasion?
I have no charisma.
He kind of like he.
Oh, he's that drunk.
Great.
It worked.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thanks.
We had a couple questions for you about the heist. You seem to be the only one who's come back recently. Do you...
How long ago was that? It was 50 years ago, Grant. from the bartender. She walks by.
Huh.
50 years.
How old are you?
This is a rude question.
Well, I just wanted to know relatively, like, if you went as a baby, like, it might not be, you might not remember.
Oh, God.
No.
Can I fill the shot glass with a little bit of water from my water skin and like put it down in front of him again? Yeah, I mean, oh, did it skunk? I'm so sorry. Anyway, did you, when you came back from the heist, well, when you went to the heist, were there any particularly bad monsters or anything that you remember? We're just looking for what we're going up against.
You're going in?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If that's what you want to do, you can do it. It's fine.
So we asked a question.
But,
Right.
yeah.
So it's called Nine Hells for a reason. See, Bator is a place of devils. The place of fiends of devils. It's not monsters. They're just terrifying. It's scary. Yeah.
How'd you do it? Like, how'd you come back? I mean, obviously you survived, so, like, what'd you do?
Kept my head low.
Like, literally or figuratively?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah. You gotta be sneaky.
Oh, that might be a problem with Tanker McGee.
Sneaky. You gotta be sneaky, because they just want you. Just want you.
What do they do if they catch you?
Nothing nice, you know.
Right,
You
that's implied.
Flay your skin and eat you alive. Probably take your eyes out or something. Something weird. Probably like eat your fingernails.
Oh, yeah.
Or probably like
Okay.
break your kneecaps.
You should
I
write
feel
a
like
book.
we've
You
gotten
have a very
off the
creative
track.
imagination.
I don't know. It's not my imagination. I didn't think of that stuff. I saw that stuff.
There are other things there besides the devil fiends that they eat, don't eat. What?
Yeah, they got other stuff that they like to torture.
Are those other stuffs friendly?
I didn't ask.
Do you happen to remember any traps or anything specific? Like if we should look out for a certain...
There's 9 layers. You don't know where you're gonna go.
Do
I arrived in this. And everybody's like, oh, Jesus. As I arrived in this is a labyrinthine place with sheer mountain sides and iron roads, a metropolis stretching across the plains, or mountains, or plains, or mountains.
Did you ever write any of this down? Like somewhere
Nope.
that we'd be able to read it? No?
Do you know if anybody has written it down?
Nope.
So you don't have to go through all 9 levels of hell? Or do you just have to go through... Do you get spit out into a random level? Or
Yeah.
you just get spit out randomly? You don't know where you're going?
Nope.
And you don't... And so how did you find your way back? By thinking. Right. Could you...
Being clever.
You're what?
What?
Clever.
Being clever.
Being clever. So there were riddles?
No.
Being clever in that you know who to avoid and who not to avoid?
I just kept my head down and I grabbed the medallion from the towers and I got out of there.
What was the medallion?
It was it like points to the wall and you see like hanging in this sort of like, it's not a picture frame necessarily, but it's like
Like a
it's
case?
in a case. It seems heavily fortified in a case, but yeah, it's this sort of like golden chain meeting into a sun fixture with a ruby at the center. It's like, yeah, I bet.
That's very impressive, my friend. What did you have to do to get it? In the towers.
Steal it without being seen.
Sure, but like more specifically?
Steal it without being seen.
Alright. Okay. Anybody else have any questions for the very, very drunk man?
Did you tell anyone this? Like a close family friend?
Yeah.
But do you tell it so that they could like tell it to us better than you? You're doing a great job, I guess, kind of. Not really, but you're trying.
No. I tell the story. I mean, you learned it for people to ask me.
It seems like this whole bar knows this story.
Maybe we could ask your friend.
Oh yeah. Sexy
We all saw you talking to them.
Oh wait, I don't know his name. The sexy Dexy one.
I mean, I guess I can ask him.
It seems
Yeah.
like everyone else. It's just This guy's kind of slurring his words, and I don't trust him.
Kind of slurring his words.
Very slurring. We're sorry we're talking about you like we're not here.
It's okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're good. Well, like,
Just need a choice.
if you think of anything else that you might want to tell a group of people that are going on the heist for the first time in a long time, maybe look us up. We'll be around.
Okay.
Would you mind doing that if we buy you another drink?
Okay.
Okay. And then
Did you use any magic like that people were like immune to, or resistant to?
yeah.
Was there things that worked better than others?
Just stood out of sight, you know?
Stayed out of
So you
sight.
like were kind of. No, I know I shouldn't say that.
It's just I don't get your question.
Well, you know how sometimes certain things like fire is resistant.
Well,
to-
don't use that.
don't use fire.
Ice?
Don't use that.
Don't use that. Brute force?
It could work.
Brute force could work. Cool.
So magic doesn't work down there.
No, that's not what I said.
What
You just
about
gotta be careful.
what
Of
about
what?
what's the kind of magic you do? Radiant magic? Radiant sunburst?
What's that?
It's like heaven magic?
You're getting the impression that he's
You just have no
not
idea.
he's not really understanding the question. He's not a magic user. He
He hits
to
things.
sort of not to say speed this up, but basically to get to the point, he said he snuck in, took something out. He got
didn't
out.
came back.
He
He
didn't.
right.
It's not like this grand story.
Right.
He kind of cycles through the same thing of like, I got in, I got this thing, I got out.
Yeah.
Give me an insight check.
$25.
10.
5.
You're getting the impression from a lot of the mannerisms and a lot of the questions, a lot of like the facial expression that comes with it, even in this drunken state, it's sort of one of these things that like every time he says it, it seems like something that he's said 1,000 times, and he's gotten very practiced at saying it. And there's a hint of pain. So it's like, it's just something where it's like, it's just very clearly like, I say what I say. And he's certainly still drunk.
Mm-hmm.
But,
All right.
you don't feel like you're going to get much more out of him.
Okay. I don't think we're.
Maybe we could wait until he's a little more sober.
I don't think it's gonna change.
Fair enough.
He should really write a book though,
You really should.
just like Bilbo Baggins.
Well,
Don't bring that in here.
Don't bring that kind of energy to this.
we appreciate your time and talking to us. As she said, if there's anything you can think of, then just find us. We'll be around. But we'll let you get back to your day.
He's looking off the side.
And I'm glad you came back.
Okay. You guys have another second to do something. I'm only going to give you like another minute. Do you guys want to do anything else?
I don't know.
I think we
Actually,
got.
can I go look at the medallion really quick?
Sure.
And see if I can.
Oh, that's
Oh,
actually
yeah, I
a
was
good
gonna say,
idea.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
totally fine. If you guys all kind of like make your way over to it. What are you trying to do?
I was trying to detect magic, but I did not pick it as a spell.
Do I recognize the symbol?
What do you mean? It is a sun with a ruby in the center.
Or is it
It's not
something-
it's not like
Or is it something?
it's
so
not a distinct symbol.
I've just never seen it.
It's
anything
it's
before.
just like that's the design
Got
of the medallion itself.
Oh, okay.
I want to look for writing, especially like along the.
It's a little bit high up, so
Well.
but it's also above the mantle. You don't have enough room to fly in here.
I was like, could I do a good jump and land on the mantle?
No,
Okay.
that's what I'm trying to say. It's like the mantle is it's raised
Right.
above this fireplace, and it's just one of those things where it's like it's you can't from your vantage point that
See.
you can't see any specific writings, you can't see anything.
It's just a sun with a ruby.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's
Rats. I wish we could get closer to that.
On a gold chain, the
Yeah.
sun around it is gold with a ruby inside. That's it.
I want to know if it's a lodestone. How would I
Yeah.
do that? Can I try to be like Philip
Check magic.
and like just see if I get a vibe?
Go ahead and give me a vibe check.
Vibe check.
What do I do? I've never vibed before.
Wisdom. You don't have your proficiency because you are not proficient
That's
in
the
this
thing.
action.
So
Just your wisdom bonus.
the plus 7, even though it has the wait,
Not
the plus
saving
4.
throw.
The
just,
plus 4.
Yeah,
Okay.
just your ability modifier.
15.
15. You're not feeling any presence of like what you can recall of what like Philip talked about and like the thing that you kind of understand about it.
Mhm.
You're not getting any vibe from it like that.
I can't climb up, right?
You could. It would be very obvious.
Yeah, I'm just taking a look.
Okay.
I'm just taking a look. I'm just taking a look.
It's a high mantle, so you're talking about climbing up. I mean, it's not a like.
It's taller than I am, right?
Yeah.
Is
That's
that
okay.
fireplace
I mean,
mantle?
I'm a
kind of
pretty
thing?
dexy bitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like that, but like it's okay. Go
Can I?
ahead and give
Yeah.
me an athletics check.
Athletics?
Yeah, because you're climbing.
I would have much liked acrobatics.
Now balancing.
I would have preferred that.
It's an 8.
Before you even get to the like, as you start to like climb and put a second hand up, the bouncer like, hey,
I freeze.
get off the wall.
We're just trying to see the
I slowly-
medallion.
That's fine. You can see it from down there.
I actually am near
But, like-
sighted.
But like pretty close.
You can only see it from down here.
We're about to go on the heist, man. We're just trying to find out if there's any way that that thing is connected to the thing that we have to find.
We're not giving it to you regardless of where you're going.
What
No,
if
we
you-
don't want you to give it to us.
No.
No, I just want to get up on the mantle and look.
No.
No? Why? Give me one good reason why.
Because I don't want you to.
That's not a very good reason.
Well, you don't have a good reason for getting up there.
Yes, I do. I am going into the 7 hells where that thing has come. 9. Fuck, the 9 hells where that thing has come from. If I am going to have to go into hell and pick something
You don't
up,
even know what it does.
I know I
Do
don't know
you
what it does.
something?
That's why I'm trying to
Oh,
climb up there and figure it out.
everybody- there's
Do
yelling
you-
happening,
do you
but
know
is
what
there-
it does?
Does it do something?
I don't have to tell you nothing.
Please.
I'll buy you alcohol as well. What does it
That's
do?
not. What do you think I am, Grant?
He's
Would you
the
prefer
bouncer.
food? I
Have
don't
you-
know.
Have you,
No.
do you know
Or would you prefer
information on
that
this?
man who has a menu of things?
That is our family heirloom. That holds our entire value.
You You're related to him?
The Fratterfallers?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh right, the bartender, the bar, oh this is the
What's the
bouncer.
bouncer?
I thought he meant Grant. Did you mean Grant? Sorry.
Grant is a frat.
Oh.
Is the bouncer a Fratterfaller too?
Yeah, he just said that's
okay,
our family.
good. I was just like, I was wondering because
So,
I was...
Sorry.
Do we only get family things in the 7 rings? 9? Sorry, Ariana.
Sorry.
If we want it, we got it.
Look,
So,
we're not...
I did think of one more question that I
this
did
is
want.
not for you. It's not for anyone.
We're not trying to take it. We are trying to examine
I
it.
don't care. You're trying to look at something that's not yours, and we don't want you to.
Then why put it in a display case if you do not want people
Because
to look
it's
at it?
part of... Look, you don't have to understand how we run stuff or how our society works for you to not be able to look at it.
I just think it's not a very good decision. I just think
Did
it's not a very
did
good reason.
Grant ever mention the medallion doing anything? I'm not trying to take it. I'm just asking if Grant had mentioned the medallion doing anything while he was on his way out.
Grant
after.
talks a lot about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I can.
Grant likes to talk.
I can tell.
He does
yes.
not like to talk about that.
I
Oh.
could
Does it
also
do any-
pick.
does
I could
anyone
also
warn?
pick up
So,
on that.
what I'm trying to say, no. I don't know.
Have you ever tried wearing it?
No.
Has anyone tried wearing it?
That is a business item.
Alright, but it came from... You guys are not curious the fact that it came from hell?
Seriously.
We know what it does.
Then what does it do?
it do?
Nothing for you.
We
Okay.
are the Fratter Fuller's friends.
And that lets you stay in this bar.
But what if
But we're doing
Philip
a heist.
wants it?
We're trying to clear your family name, for Christ's sake.
Well, if Philip is a fratterfaller,
He is.
Yeah.
he'll
He is.
understand.
But he didn't even know you guys existed, so how would he understand? You guys have been kept secret from him.
Totally secret.
I don't have to have this conversation.
Like
It's not yours. You don't get to know about it. You don't get to touch it.
we don't want to touch it. Can you just tell us what it does?
I literally...
Why do you need to know about what it does if you don't need to touch it or you
Because
don't
we're
need to
very-
take it?
Because
We're very
going.
nosy, and we like to know a lot more information. Sometimes more than necessary. One time we talked about a glass for 12 minutes. It was weird.
That's true.
I
We're
really
a nightmare to go shopping
I
with.
really do know a lot about a glass.
And
now.
we just like to have all of our
It's-
kobolds in a row.
It's
Oh.
proprietary. We cannot tell you.
Okay.
Does it have to
Can
do
you
with
tell
the dragon
Philip?
head?
Oh yeah, can you tell Philip?
It's proprietary.
But
I
he's-
cannot tell
But he's
you.
a Fratterfaller.
It is proprietary. I cannot tell you.
Okay.
Are you speaking in a code?
No, I think he. Actually, I don't know.
Insight
Is
check.
Roll. You guys are the worst.
I'm
Why can't we have that thing?
not trying to have it. I'm trying to look at it through the glass.
I understand.
trying to
I
be
am
nice.
being
think it's
very
funny.
fucking
I just think it's
respectful.
funny.
That's a natural 20, 23.
Oh, we broke the code.
What?
I want to know. I want to know if
He's not speaking
actually...
in code. He's telling you the truth. It is proprietary. Proprietary means
Oh my God.
it is for their family only.
I know.
Proprietary.
I'm gonna
He
read
put
that
the
down.
emphasis on he was like, it's like, well, if you're like,
proprietary.
I
It was not
am
code.
not in this room.
It was not
like,
code.
oh.
It was,
Wasted
it
that
was
20.
to
I know.
to accentuate the point that he does not have to tell you shit.
I hate this bouncer.
You hate him because he doesn't want to tell you something that he's.
Yes,
We'll have this
of course I do.
discussion. We will have
Hey,
this discussion
hey,
later.
you have that thing.
I cast suggestion.
Oh.
Hey! We remembered it eventually.
What's your DC?
6. Yeah, that's my armor class, right? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
16.
no, it's not your armor class.
I like to pretend like
AC.
that's it. I've been playing for how long?
It'll say on the next page under your ability.
Thank
It
you.
should be like
He's so good
12
at
or
it.
13.
He's salty.
Where
He should
are
be. We've been
you,
yelling at him a lot.
suggestion?
This is taking so much longer than I thought it
Why
would.
can't
Sorry.
I find you?
Now she
Look,
doesn't come D&D
If you know nothing about the natural wands, is that we will argue a point to death.
Here's the
No,
thing.
it's just you three. It's just you
Is there
three.
any glass
It's
where I
a
can look at
wisdom
it
of
while
12.
I'm here?
12?
Mm-hmm.
What are you saying to him?
I suggest you tell me what the medallion does
It is.
and is.
It's the heirloom that does something.
Please.
Did he pass it? He passed it.
Please. I completely understand where you come from. I do.
Let
and
me
I'm
just
not
say
trying...
something one last time,
Yes.
so the three of you get kind of an idea of Ulankar. This is a trade secret. It is not meant for anybody, even friends of the family, to just know. It is ours to know for our business.
It's pretty selfish.
I think we're
okay with that.
I have
That's
a
fine.
question.
That's
If
not
I
me
marry-
judging you. I'm just saying, like, out loud as a blanket statement, that's pretty selfish. Because as someone who comes from a society that's extremely dangerous and terrible, you're putting people in danger because people are going on this heist. And people are either losing
They
their
choose
lives.
to-
You're correct. I'm not arguing with you.
No. You
But people
do not get to
choose
talk
to
about
go-
this because you don't understand. These people get to go. They choose. They elect.
Right.
We can elect to help them if we decide to.
But don't you want to help? your
I
family?
don't have that power. I am simply meant to guard this bar from people like you.
People trying to clear your
So
family
why
name,
are you
you're right.
trying to ask me
why are you
questions
coming
that I
for me?
don't understand the answers to? Please leave it alone.
So you don't know what
I
it
think
does.
we may have broke the bouncer, guys.
I didn't
think
say I didn't know. I said I can't tell you.
Right? Can you just confirm? I get you can't tell me. Can you confirm if you do know what it does?
Get the fuck out of the You can be friends with the Fratterfullers, but I need you to leave right now.
But
We
Philip
should
calls
go.
his family.
We should go. We're gonna go.
After pushing me out.
Yeah, we're gonna go. We're
Philip
gonna
called his
go.
family.
Panther is not too happy about it.
Panther, come on.
Come on, Panther.
We should have been used as a distraction, and Panther should have been looking.
Oh, shit.
Go, hurry, go. Throw
No,
it out the door.
Throw him? Jesus. No, you guys are out of the bar. You're done.
We're done. Well, I mean, that could have gone better.
It could have gone worse, too.
It could have gone way worse.
Our track record could have gone way worse.
It could have gone way
Grant
worse.
gave you like a wave goodbye as you guys left.
Bye, girl.
Bye, Grant!
Someone get him a shot.
Yeah, seriously, we can't do it anymore because we're being thrown out the door. And then...
Okay.
Is the shady man in the front still?
Yeah,
Or
he's
is the
around.
shady
He's around the corner. Yeah, he's still just like what? Again, he's doing the same thing. He's just kind of watching into
Okay,
it.
now as Chelsea, I'm very confused. Is he not sad that his name is being soiled?
He just can't. I think it's one of those things where it's
Like,
like,
no, but
it ain't my job.
Did I understand what happened? Like, his name, he is part of the family's name that was soiled, correct?
Mhm.
Like, this is out of character, Chelsea, asking that question. Like,
Who are you talking
The
about?
bouncer.
the bouncer, like, they're all the Fratterfullers.
Yeah,
And they're all
some
in
of
the
them.
dog
Not
house.
all of them are Fratterfullers.
No,
just some of
Grant
them
and the
are.
bouncer and
Yeah.
the people that
And
Yeah,
the
Philip
bartender.
spoke to.
sure.
They are all part of the family.
Yeah.
But if they got that, that's what I'm trying to understand. That would mean that they've already, like, the Fratterfullers have gone. And was this the last person who went, or the last Fratterfuller who went?
Frankenelli was.
Frankenelli's the last Fratterfuller who went.
Is
He's
the-
the last one who has gone and come back.
Yeah.
Last Fratterfuller.
Grant is the last Fratterfuller to have gone and come back.
Yeah.
Ah.
Frankenelli went.
I
and
was just wondering if
stole
there was
shit.
maybe someone who had gone.
Someone else.
Not,
Well, you never asked that question.
I thought we asked who was the last person who went.
Who went and came back.
Yeah.
And that was
Period.
Grant.
No, you said who went and came back.
Right. He is the last period. Last person.
He's the last person to go and come back. You never
Not
asked
just-
if he was the last person to go.
No, that's what I'm trying to. I'm trying to say he's the last person who went and came back, not just the last Fratterfuller who went and came back. Like, there's not another family who's gone since then.
Sorry. Now I understand
Yeah.
your question. He is the way the question was phrased before. It was about the Fratterfullers.
So there possibly is someone who has gone and come back.
Possibly.
Possibly of a different group.
I don't think they would talk to us, but I was just wondering.
I mean,
Is there
Right. That's what I'm trying to say.
We
Sorry.
could be
I
more-
Yeah.
understand now. It's like, yeah, we were dealing with Fraterfuller.
That's why I was. That's why I was so confused.
So it's like this is the last person who has gone from the Fraterfuller who went and came back.
Okay, now let's image.
Dope.
Cool.
But there could be other families.
I'm just wondering if I know that maybe Grant didn't keep any records, but I wonder if anyone has any records of.
I bet someone would. I mean, maybe, I don't know if they would talk to us because we are obviously outsiders. And apparently they don't really love outsiders around here.
Well, I have a spell that I can make myself look like someone else. I can't do it today, but maybe tomorrow, and I could go try and, I don't know, pretend to be Philip. I think that's not hard.
Yeah.
That's actually not hard at all. He's pretty dumb. He'd be easy to, like, you know... people trust him a lot.
Or should I tell him? Is that wrong? I don't know.
I mean...
If you're gonna pretend to be him...
I feel like you should ask to be him.
Yeah.
Just run it past him real quick.
I hate it. Okay.
I know.
I mean, we could just go as ourselves to the random houses and be like, hello there, we are about to do the heist.
No, but I meant maybe I can go back in there, ask Philip, and be like, hello, I'm family.
Oh,
Tell me
right.
what that thing
Tell me
does.
about the medallion. That's actually not a bad idea at all.
I can't do it today.
Yeah.
But maybe tomorrow.
Maybe I'll reach out to Philip and say, hey man, can I be you?
Or we could even just ask him to do it himself.
Oh.
Depending on what he's doing.
Well, we'll look for him.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that you would retain the information a little bit better.
Maybe I could go as a spider on him.
Oh yeah, I love you as Spider-Me. It's like it was a really fun time having that. I mean, I know it was the Plague Marshes, but it was a good time.
Yeah.
What's going on? Are we?
Sorry.
We're good, right?
We're good.
Yeah.
We're walking the streets.
Debating now changing what I might do.
Sure.
But
Okay,
I'm going to assess.
So first up, let's go ahead and... So again, this is sort of longer periods of time. You guys are kind of going into the extension of night. Regardless of what you guys are thinking of, I don't want to say regardless, but I'm going to move on to Set Lolly.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you guys don't mind.
Bye, friends.
At the end of this evening, you're wanting to train for the Night House, correct?
Yes.
So, growing up in the monastery, there are a few lessons that you saw some of the more advanced. I don't want to say students, but you know, essentially, practitioners. Doing various types of maneuvers that would sort of in this style of like manipulating where they were going, where the enemy was going through their own defensive stances. Things like the like your patient defense.
Yeah.
Kind of helping trick the opponent into more susceptible positions.
Yeah.
Things like you could easily grapple them or potentially make them prone easier. So you start to try to develop that skill. You only have about 3 days, so you're a little hesitant maybe about the possibility. But you do know that in the mansion you have the training room and you do have the opportunity to push forward with this idea.
Yeah.
There's something about your suggestion as well that you think might be able to pair with it. There might be something that you can do in the like doubling up of this thing that when you were watching them train and do all of these extra moves to like maneuver them into more vulnerable positions, you were realizing that like if you were able to use your innate ability on this, you might even be able to do it easier. So I just want I just want you to make a check.
Okay.
This is going to be the next 3 days. Every evening you're going to have to spend training.
Perfect.
So what you are rolling for is sort of the completion of this task.
Okay.
Trying to like pair it up correctly. So what I need is there's a DC I know, but I just need you to make 2 attacks.
Okay.
Unarmed strikes as an attempt at these maneuvers. And just tell me the number.
Ooh, boy. Well, without adding anything.
No, you have to add.
I know. Oof. That was so unfortunate. My dice did me.
So what was the first one?
I can't. The first one was an 11.
Okay.
And the second one was a 12.
Okay. For the first half of your training, you keep getting thrown off. This is also the creature, the like clay construct that like keeps reforming as you do your training. It doesn't really have the same weaknesses as regular people, so it's a little hard to read. But you're getting the impression that there's an impression that you got when you stepped into the training room that like when you said you needed something, when you like kind of thought about what you wanted, the humanoid structure appeared, and so it has these susceptibilities that you haven't seen before in this type of creature. So it's one of those things where it's like, this is sort of responding to my needs. The first half of that, though, you are not getting it to work correctly.
Yeah.
There's just something about it that like you can't seem to put the feet in the right place. But the second half, you start to actually you're getting some traction. You feel like, like if I can keep this up for the next like 2 days, I should be able to get this done.
Cool. Yay.
That is the end of your day.
Cool beans.
Did you want to do anything before going to bed?
No.
Anything with the babies? Like anything real quick?
No, just hug, kiss them, tuck them into bed.
Great.
Tell them I'm coming back.
Do you mind? Great. Then we will be moving on.
Cool beans.
So, the rest of your afternoon, you're kind of, after you guys get kicked out of the bar,
Right.
is sort of like spent thinking and ruminating. And as you've told me, that rumination has kind of dwelled on the idea of this other family that, the Rulakan, which is the family that the Fratfullers owe a debt to. And you've decided to maybe do a little stakeout of their
Practice heist.
yeah, like their place, just to kind of even get a little bit more, maybe see what's going on. See like, is there anything that you could learn potentially? So this first night is first off, all I really want is a stealth check.
Stealth check.
The lighting in this environment in the city is very. Go ahead and roll too. I'm just giving you some. The lighting element in this city is kind of constant. It's without the mushroom chandelier, without all these other little cordyceps that are glowing and like pulsating, the city wouldn't have any light.
Right.
So it's like it's all kind of dull blue haze throughout the room. So it's like
not super good visibility, but
no, for sure. Like you certainly have. You can even as you're moving through the streets and like kind of like making your way, and you have to ask a few people where you might find this place, and the information comes out. Like it's not a secret where these people are. It's just more of like you have to find your way around the city, and so like you spend a few hours just getting there. That's kind of the rest of your afternoon is just gathering
the actual information.
The information how to get there. What'd you roll?
28.
Okay.
Natural 17.
Okay.
I'm a little good at sneaking. I'm pretty good at sneaking.
You find a very they directed you towards the houses, the third ring, the residential ring.
Right.
This space is something of, think like Beverly Hills type thing, where it's like there's
Fancy.
plots of land, there's areas where people have houses. There are other parts of the ring that have like multiple houses in a row, but there's also stretches of part of the ring that like
it's like
you
estates.
can tell like a map, estate, yeah. So people kind of talked about this as the Rulacan Manor.
Okay.
Is like where you would find it. The building itself is a fortress. Like you kind of like you find a very, very easy place to hide in like some of the rooftops around. You can kind of tell that these people aren't used to like flying.
Yeah, flying
right? Like
creatures or not.
They
Yeah,
they don't worry.
They're
about
thinking
that as
ground
much.
level.
Yeah, they're very rooted. They probably have a lot of like subterranean stuff too. Like each ring is
huge. Yeah.
Dull gray stones, thick and seemingly impenetrable. It seems like a hardy, just like
fortress.
Yeah, it's something that is rough hewn and not rough hewn. It's smooth. It's like it's these things that they've carved into. Like you're not even sure if they built on top of this ring or they just chiseled into the ring.
Wow. Okay.
There's a guard rotation that's very tight. It's like 2 minutes along the parapets and the battlements and everything. Like
how many?
12.
12.
You're able to count throughout the night. Yeah, there's about 12 guards stationed throughout the
like on a circuit.
Yeah. And your sneaking kind of like leads you around the building. You're looking for your most optimal vantage points and things like that. You don't see any easy access ports. You don't see any tunnels. You don't see like most of the windows are also like 2 feet.
Like a little.
Like it would be
It'd be a squeeze even for me.
Squeeze.
Okay.
To get in.
All right.
Now you don't see anything for people who would have to be on the ground.
Right.
In the northwest corner of this manor, you do see a tower that rises above the others.
Mm-hmm.
It has no guard stationed.
This is the northwest?
Northwest tower. It also has an open arched like on at its top.
Okay, so it could be easily flown into. Okay.
Yeah, it seems like the route most likely to allow you in.
Okay.
If you wanted to.
Okay. Is there a guard rotation on that one?
No, there is no guard.
There's no guards
at that tower.
Interesting.
There is light inside the tower, but
there's light. Can I see any figures moving in the light?
No.
No?
To stay stealthed, you can't really fly by it.
Right. No, I couldn't. I couldn't get close.
As close as you can get, without like completely. It's not that you would reveal your position. You have a high stealth check right now. I
have a
say that
huge
it's
stealth check right now.
It's the thing of like trying to make sure to like gather all of your information.
Right. Get as close as possible.
Yeah, as close as you get, you don't see anything. You don't see any movement. You don't see anything resembling people walking around.
Okay, cool. Inside or outside the tower? No, I don't see anybody go in the tower.
It raises about 30 feet above the rest of the manor.
Okay. All right, great.
So you can reason that there's a staircase involved.
Okay. Yeah, but I don't see anybody.
It's within the structure. It's not like on the outside or anything.
Okay, so there's no door leading into the structure necessarily.
Only at the top.
Only at the top. Only at the archway. Interesting. Is there and you said it was like a completely open archway? There's no door or anything like that?
No door. It's more like a window kind of a thing.
Okay, alright.
But it's large enough that you would be able to fit in.
Fit through?
Easily.
Alright. I think that's going to be my point of access. So for this heist, I'm not really looking to steal anything specific. Honestly, I'm kind of just looking to take something as proof of heist. It hopefully will be something small and insignificant. Does this tower look like a treasure tower?
Again, from your vantage point, you're not getting any sense of like treasure tower.
Right.
It seems like more of a, like you see a couple like a desk object in there.
Okay.
So
it's more like a study as opposed to
potentially.
all right.
Yeah, the feeling you're getting from it is more of like a room that somebody goes up to every once in a while.
Okay.
But doesn't need a guard stationed at it.
Okay. That might be what I'm looking for.
About halfway through, as you're collecting all this information, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Great. $24.
Okay.
Mhm.
2 dwarves. Again, this is later in the evening.
Okay.
It's about, at this point, it's about 10 o'clock.
Okay.
You see these 2 dwarves, one coming from the estate and one coming in from the gate,
Okay.
meet in the courtyard next to their, they have this rich fountain structure, and they kind of are meeting very clandestinely. It's not like hooded figures or anything that specific, but just sort of they seem to kind of, as they start to greet each other, they seem to be a little bit wary and looking around. Then they kind of do a very gentle let's walk this way through the garden kind of a thing, and they start to move away from the fountain.
Can I get any closer or no?
Yeah.
Can I get a little closer?
Yeah, you can.
All right. Cool.
I would need another stealth check, but yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you can't really hear them, but you do. They're the only things outside of the guards that have been walking around the fortress that have come up.
Okay. All right. So that is a 29.
Okay.
Stealth.
You're able to kind of you have to leave your perch and get towards the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But you're able to, in the cover of the darkness, or in the shadows of this garden, find a very easy place of access to watch them.
Cool. Can I hear them?
Yeah, and
Great.
the conversation continues. You kind of seem to be coming into the middle of a sentence, and there's one on the left and one on the right. The one on the left has these designs shaved into the head, these lightning bolts. They're 2 dwarves, and he has this really thick, it's all this salt and peppery type hair.
Okay.
He's wearing some very nice robes. They have this sort of gold inlay sewn into them, and the other one is a jet black hair and things like that. He's got this very very short and kept close beard. And he has a scar just kind of across his forehead.
Okay.
And the one with the salt and pepper says, "We'll lose thousands of gold each quarter if this Philip character succeeds." And the other says, "It won't. He has no idea what's in store for him." "But what if you're wrong? Look how many turned on us in the vote. How can we be sure the others aren't trying to..." "They wouldn't dare. As you worry, you little toad. The other clans are exactly where they should be. Defensive. But perhaps they are defensive because of the hostility posed by your..." And the other guy just gives him a really evil look. He's, "Our actions. What if this Philip is a plant, a seed of malcontent poised to upend our traditions? A long and complicated gambit that would have to be true, Eri. No. He's just a simpleton who lucked into his situation. Even simpletons have power, Garnor."
How do you spell that name?
Galnor with an umlaut over the O.
Okay. And that's the jet
guy
black
with
hair?
the jet black hair, yeah.
Okay.
Even simpletons have power, Galnor. Well, let's hope the present he receives at his banquet cannot match whatever power is in him. With that, they separate.
Okay. That's some good shit. That's some good information.
You feel like this is about all you can learn from the night.
Then I'm gonna fade back into the shadows. Like it's like that gif of Homer, just like into the bushes.
Yeah, you successfully, pardon me,
Successfully get the fuck out of there.
Out.
Great.
Head back to your mansion, rest for the night, kind of ruminate over your thoughts. All right.
Love it.
Moving on now.
All right.
You step out of the legislation of the four pillars. Flanagan is waiting there for you outside, and you go ahead and slide the shield back into the...
Wagging his tail. Can elks wag tails?
Yeah.
I'm going to find out real quick.
No, don't. Please don't.
No, I'm paying attention to you.
Okay.
But in the meantime, I'm looking up can elks wag tails.
Villatary is basically... He's walking back to the Frater Fuller house.
Yes.
So, during that time, he kind of... The first minute is maybe a little silent. Flanagan, though, he does say to you, Master Philip, everything going well?
Things are going the way that they should.
Very well. Keeps walking along.
Okay.
Villatary is a little silent. He seems to be thinking on something.
How'd I do?
Honestly, you did a fair amount better than I thought. Now, that's not to mean no faith in you. Just that was very impressive. I have to tell you, now that you are going to do it, this is a very dangerous affair. This is not a... Please, don't take anything lightly. And trust nothing that lives there.
Well, I don't think it's going to be easy. That's not why I'm doing it. But I'm willing to do whatever it takes.
Well, that much is clear. You have a good heart, Philip. It is good to have you with the family. You are going into the 9 hells, though. You want to be sure where you turn up as soon as you step through that door.
Does it not go to a set location?
No. It is a part of the risk and a reward of the heist in general. Preparing fully for this adventure is not going to be possible. You cannot prepare for every eventuality.
So how do I get back?
That is a good question.
I see.
One thing is for certain as well, that the ruler Khan, they are certainly not going to take this lying down.
No way.
The treasure you have to bring back, it must be a sizable one. I do not wish to make it a burden on you, but I must tell you the truth.
It's a burden I want to carry.
you're going to find several different things in there that have a value. But possibly the most... each layer of a hell has a lord. This is something that we have spent many centuries allocating information on. We don't know always what is going on down there, or over there, or wherever it is. But the one thing is for certain, there is a one person who rules each place. And at their estate, their tower, their place, you will find the most intriguing things. But that is also where the most danger lies. That's about all I know.
So we're not even sure which level it'll be on?
No. We never know.
It's certainly going to make preparation a little more difficult.
Yes. But quite a lucky one you are to have a friend in the Rovak and Thorgol as well.
I don't know what I would even ask for.
I suppose that you don't have to ask it for anything, but
This journey. All the stories I've heard have been about people going alone. They didn't mention it while we were there, but is that the way it's done?
well, the heist has two functions. It is supposed to be for a status as well as a wealth. When anyone, Hellpike, came back from the Hells, she started this tradition, not by herself, but it happened around her. She came back with not only the war pick of one of the lords of the Nine Hells, but his head. She proved to us that she could lead. She could be an exemplary person. The heist is for status in one. Whatever object you come back, that's a wealth. And that helps you in your standings in the Rekia economy. You do it alone, that moves you up in a status. Both our weapons are here in Rekia. You bring in your friends. There is nothing that says you can't. And truth to be told, we do not. We just want to get out of the debt. The item that you bring back is more important than the status. Because by completing the heist, you would repair your father's reputation, which in turn repairs the Fratterfather reputation.
And that's if I do it alone.
As if you would do it at all. But also, Philip, Please make sure to come back. We staked the whole business on it. Kind of gives you like a little friendly tap, like a...
I'll come back. I'll go on the heist. I'm not going to run away.
You don't seem like the type. This is where I will leave you.
Okay.
Oh, and then we are going to have a dinner in your honor. Not tonight, but the night before your journey.
How do I go? To the hells to start the heist.
You will have a guide. Someone will be appointed to you, and they will take you down.
Okay. Well, sure. A dinner sounds wonderful.
Then I hope you have a good rest of your day, Philip, Father.
And you as well.
He goes ahead and steps away.
Okay. Where are we?
You're back up on the top ring.
Okay.
Just conceptually, you guys have, gone through and gone back to the top.
I'm gonna start walking back towards the house.
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
With that, I'm gonna break away, and
Yeah.
I'll let you know when to come back.
All right.
So after you leave the bar,
All right.
kind of making your way back towards the mansion, the 3 ingots of copper in your bag, you start to kind of ruminate on a bunch of different things and the ideas of changing some of the machines you've made in the past, and sort of like the time allotment that it's going to take for a lot of these things. A lot of the other things that you've read about lodestones is it's what amounts to the same idea as like letting clay or letting things sit.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like that as well. It's like these things have to
cool and attuned to each other.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
okay. Yeah.
So what you know is it's going to take the 3 days to build what you're asking for.
Right.
Your first day is.
But there's like downtime in that 3 days.
Yeah,
because
like it's most of your day to do this stuff because it's a lot of like getting the temperatures up on the the smelter and being able, or I don't know if it's a smelter, but like basically just like you're gonna have to break down the ingot into something that you can form into the casing in the fastener.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna have that's gonna be basically the day. It's gonna be 2 different checks that we're gonna make right now.
Okay.
The second day is going to be more about the sigil writing, and then the third day is actually doing the lodestone.
Okay.
And the lodestone is a little bit less time. So first off, can I get you to make me a smith's tools check?
Okay.
To shape the metal, to melt it down into the molds that you're creating as well.
Okay.
And this is pretty much the afternoon for you. Is getting it melted down, making the molds for the fastener and the casings and everything else, and
something I'm very good at, but as the audience is aware, my dice have a tendency of letting me down when things matter to me.
correct.
That's how we
Just
got in this
remember
mess.
that you do have expertise. It's already reflected in the numbers, but you do have expertise with any of the tools that you're proficient with, which is smith tools.
Yeah, so it's a good number. It's just... Alright, so this is Smith's tools, right?
Smith's tools first.
Alright, new dice tower, don't let me down. Alright. 15.
Okay. Very good. That first part of the day was making all of the. Pardon me. I shouldn't have eaten a chip.
Thought the roll would take long.
Yeah, I thought so too. Who knows? Dice towers are weird.
Yeah.
So
20 minutes later.
It goes off kind of without a hitch. Like you're able to do it. You're making the molds correctly. You're making sure that all the things fit correctly, and this is just to make all of the devices. The next part is going to be like attaching them all together and making sure all of the screws fit and all the things can fit inside each other.
Yeah.
Making sure that they all like, the lid closes when it needs to, and all these other things kind of like operating together.
Yeah.
But you successfully get all of that situated with just one ingot.
All right. Excellent.
So now I'm going to need for the night portion of your day, like you took a little bit of a break, got a bite, came back. You go ahead and make me a Tinker's Tools check.
Okay. I
Which
think that's
should be the same.
number.
Yeah, it's the same number. I know it is. It's just
Yep.
yeah. I don't.
Yeah,
think
yeah.
it's,
The only there's 2 tools that aren't that number, and I probably won't be using them for this.
Right.
Unless I'm using a lot of leatherworking or thievery.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm taking out your hammer to
Yeah.
to kind of like get it in there and.
Awesome. 21.
21.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Not only were your designs perfect in the execution,
It's all that research.
you kind of like as you're placing it all together, everything's super smooth as it's placing it. It's all flush. Everything is exactly rounded to the portions it should be.
Right.
You've kind of also built it around the lodestone you have as well, so it fits in and the lodestone itself is already what is it? It's not raw anymore, right? So it's like it is already finished and furnished,
cut.
Cut. Thank you. I don't know why I was. It's already cut and fine, so you've been able to work it towards that.
Cool.
And you successfully kind of create this thing. So now you are like taking it apart as well, so that you can put in the new sigils. Like you basically made sure that all of it fit together first.
Cool.
Taking it apart to kind of for the next day. And at this, can we get Philip back in? As you're taking apart, as you're kind of like in the process of pushing all this stuff together and taking it apart again,
okay.
You hear a knock on the shop door.
Okay.
And Philip steps in.
All right.
Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check.
I don't know that number.
And
So
then you
it'll be
give,
your
me, and
dex.
you give me a perception check, Philip.
It's real bad.
Perception?
Yeah.
Never mind. It's super good.
Oh my god!
Bum, bum,
What are the total
bum.
numbers?
We both got a natural 20.
Yeah, we both got critical 20.
Who has? Okay, what's your sleight of hand? 0. What's your perception?
Beans.
Okay. Okay.
I think. Wait, it's either 1 or 4.
I
Either
don't
way,
think
it's
you're-
more
I
than
know-
0.
I know you have a wisdom of 1.
Oh, I'm not proficient. Okay, so
So
it's
just 1.
He got a 0.
That's really tough. That's really tough.
Same dice too, so we both have little purple lined anvils showing right now.
Congratulations, Dwarven Forge, for making
Yeah.
the best dice.
Okay, so you are like you kind of hear this knock, and before you can really, you're able to like come in, but the door opens just a little bit quicker than you thought it would. And Philip, you see just the trail of his hand leaving this little like box, like this little wooden pull-out box, as you step in. You don't see anything about what what he was messing with, but you just see his hand like leave it. And
So there is a pull-out box there still?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just it's like right there on the top of the desk, but it's covered. It's one of those things where like you can't see what's inside, but his hand is pulled away from it.
What are you working on?
It's a secret project. For secrets.
Oh,
How did your...
like the digiboots?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
What, how did it go?
Well, they said I could do the heist.
Alright.
I might need to do it alone.
Why?
Otherwise, it doesn't really count.
Count for what?
The tradition is that somebody from the family goes and proves the mettle of the family.
But they accept aid from other people all the time.
Sure, but they still go.
I don't see how you... I think, in terms of, if it's a judgment of your bravery and honour and loyalty, what I would say is, like, going into the Nine Hells is inherently dangerous and scary, right? It's not something someone would just jump at a chance to do. The fact that you have people who want to do this with you is a testament to the fact that you are brave and honourable and loyal. Like, the reason we want to help you like this is because of your mettle. The way that you... The way that I'd follow you to help you on anything you're doing, Philip, is because of your mettle. And I don't think... I think saying you have to do this alone because the honour of your family can only be proven by the physical prowess of one person sells short all of the other honourable traits that I found in the only frater fuller I know. Like, it would be one thing if you'd hired us. If you were like, I'm going to go in, but I'm going to bring mercenaries, but I'm dying to go because I don't want you to go alone. Because you're my friend.
I appreciate it. All of this damage was caused by one person. It was caused by my father. I don't want there to be any reason for them to say that this doesn't count.
I mean, I'll talk to them too. I thought it was a pretty good speech. I hear you, and I know there's a lot about this tradition that I don't understand, but
It was a really weird place. There's a lot of rules.
right. I think so I personally don't have anything against the idea of rules, but I'm very picky about rules and whether or not they mean anything. Like, when you make a rule, it says something, and if there isn't a rule that says you have to go alone, I think there's a reason for that. And if there is a rule that says you do have to go alone, I think that it puts the emphasis of this challenge on things that it shouldn't be. I think the ability to have made the friends that you have it takes significantly more honor and more loyalty and more mettle and bravery than anyone could demonstrate charging it alone. So if the rules say that, if anyone doubts that, then it's the rules that are wrong, and something should be done about that. I understand this is important to you because it's your family, but what does you going alone prove? especially when you have people who want to help you. I get making reckless choices. I've been doing it most of my life. But there's a cost, and I don't want you to pay it. Also, I finished Nameless's Rave Rings. No, I'm just kidding. Three days. It's what it takes to make Rave Rings. I needed the 3 days.
What if you just give them the rave rings? It's going to be dangerous no matter how many of us go.
Right.
I don't... If I take us in there and none of us make it out, then there's nobody left.
I don't want to. I don't want to stay. I understand. Like, I appreciate you making the offer. I understand this is the thing of honor for you, and I fear for my life. I've proven it. Like, I will turn away from things when I don't think it's worth it, and I appreciate you saying that. But this is worth it to me. I don't know what I'd do if I was waiting for you to come back.
The reason that we're here is because we're trying to save Gornal. If we all go off on this, and if we all go and do this, and none of us make it back, there's nobody left to help Gornal.
If we all go off on this and nobody comes back, we were never going to be able to save Gornal anyway.
Because you need time. We step back because we need time. You're hurt, and
I'm fine. And we don't need time to sit around and do nothing. If we're going to get better, things like this is how we're going to do it.
I don't have anything else to protect right now outside of you and the family that I've just discovered. When we went to the Fraterfoller house and we found out everything that my father had done, the only thing I wanted to do was go talk to him about it. And then I realized I don't even know how to get back to Jordania. I don't know if I'm ever going to get back to talk to him, to understand any of this. So I have you. I have the rest of the Fraterfollers, and I have Gornal. And somehow I have to find a way to do the best thing for all three of them. And I don't... If the rest of you go, there's a very good chance that all three of them aren't protected. This is something that nobody else is responsible for. And the rules... The rules are stupid. I don't understand the way that they run things here. But it's the way it is, and it's what the rest of the Federfillers are subjected to. So if that's what the rules are...
Well, you're worrying about what's best for everyone else. Who's worried about what's best for you? I don't want you to do this alone.
Pardon me.
Bless you. I don't... We're not gonna...
We don't even know where it's going to put us in the Nine Hells. And they don't know how we get back.
But it's been done.
It's been done less often than it hasn't.
We're better than most. We can do this. We didn't get as far as we are today by worrying about what happens when we fail. The one time we did worry about what happens when we fail, we ran. And that weighs on me, and I know it weighs on you. I'm not going to do it now, even if you ask me to. We turned and ran because I thought it was the right thing. I don't know if it was, but we did it. And I'm not going to do it again. Especially not with you in the line. What happens when you go through that door? Like, I sit here in a mansion waiting for weeks, months. How long are we supposed to wait?
You're not supposed to wait.
If you go through that door and I'm not with you, I'll never stop. There's not a lot going on in my life. Like, it's this house, it's these things I build, but mostly it's these people. The people I want to be better for. The people I want to be there for. And that's you. I let you go in there alone. I might be safe, but I never stop waiting.
We have 3 days. That's when they're taking us. Is that enough time?
It is. We can do this. And thank you for giving me the time I need.
Yeah.
Okay. With that, we break away.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so for the evening time before you go to bed, you're trying to charge a crystal.
Yeah,
with
heading out to the astral
expanse.
plane.
So go ahead and give me the wisdom.
It's a wisdom saving throw, right?
Yeah.
We do like a saving throw and then a spell attack.
Yeah, wisdom saving throw to collect the energy, spell attack to push it in.
I think I have 5 of these gems left. How many do I have?
Yeah.
It was like we had like a handful. One of them broke. The other
You
one was a
rolled
lodestone.
but the other one was lodestone, and it was, I believe it was, I think it was 8.
Okay. Either way, I'll just keep charging until I don't have anymore. So.
You have enough for 3
One.
days, is what I mean. Like, you have enough for the 3-day thing.
Okay. How long does it take me to recover when I charge these? Real quick. Like.
Not enough time to do multiple.
If I did one in the morning, would I recover by the night? To be able to do another?
No, I'd say this is like
A one-a-day thing. Okay, cool.
Really, like.
Cool.
Before. Yeah, if you want it to succeed.
If that's the way it is, that's the way it is.
Yeah.
All right.
Wisdom saving throw.
Why am I doing this? This is not updated. My reflex is to open that, but we've been doing it on D&D Beyond forever. Okay, it's a +7, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, because proficiency +1 wisdom plus the special. It's 21.
Collect it. Go ahead and make your spell attack to push it into the stone. Or to the gem, rather.
Yeah. What Right. And it's just I had my spell attack.
It's just like a
+6.
spell store. Yeah.
Cool. It's a 14.
That's enough.
Cool. Woof.
Passes and you are able to go to sleep.
Cool. Oh, are we doing the 2 rounds thing, or are we just saying that's like getting it up to?
I'm
Because I felt out where the limit was on the first one.
Right. It's like I'm pushing through it. I'm just sort of saying yes, that is it. Again, these are time breaks of you have enough time to
Cool.
really concentrate on it, so it's not as difficult.
Cool. So we're saying that I got it up to that level I got the first one before.
Yes.
Cool. All right. Good to know. Was that? Breaking away.
So after exiting the bar, you, Click Whistle, Setlali kind of split out into different paths, kind of deciding where to go. You have sort of considered the possibility that you might need some more. The spells that you're able to do right now and have access to have very specific power sets and very specific things, and so you're considering the environment of the hells and how could I shape stuff to continue to combat things that might be in there. And in that vein, there is this moment where you kind of on the route back to the mansion are considering how would I shape magic essentially. So you kind of reason that you might be able to create your own spell over the next 3 days. So what I'm going to need from that, though,
Yes.
this is kind of your evening practice of manipulating the energies out in the courtyard, kind of tying yourself to the environment there and the yew tree.
Mm-hmm.
To kind of gain some connection, I need you to make a spell attack.
Oh.
It's kind of like a truncated.
Oh my god, I haven't done something in so long. How do I do
So
this?
it's like this way around of how you're connecting to the natural world and how you're able to shape it. So yeah, use your spell attack, and then roll a d20.
So.
It should be at the top of your spells. It should be one of the 3 numbers that are up there.
Oh, there we go. Okay, there. That's why I was
Yeah.
find it. Okay. Plus
Yeah.
7.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, everyone done that. Okay, so just roll this.
Yes.
Oh, 26.
26. Perfect. Yeah, so that is that kind of culminates in the first phase of this spell. You're able to figure out how to will the the butterflies into existence. It's not really an illusion, but it's in this particular moment, it's still just sort of these vague outlines of it's a semblance of something.
Okay.
The structure is there, this part of that structure. So you sort of feel like through that course of the night, you're able to get the functioning of how you want one part of the spell to work.
Okay.
But is there anything else, just briefly in the night, that you could? it would have to be like small stuff, like either with the wolves or with Panther or anything.
Just
like
check
that.
on them, see how they're doing.
They seem fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a pretty normal day.
Maybe give
The
them
house
some
is still
food.
moving as you go out to the courtyard.
Okay.
It is still like in the process of moving.
Yeah, I would probably just like give them food and just chill with them for a little bit and go to bed.
Okay. All right. Pretty simple.
Maybe one day I'll teach them tricks. I don't know.
Maybe, who knows? We'll break away. Day 2.
Great.
You have your morning to yourself, a quick breakfast and things like that. Is there anything that you were hoping to do with your morning before you start your work for the day?
No, I just have the downtime of not doing this project. I just want to work on other different projects.
Right. So you do have your there was another thing you were trying to do today. There was one of your infusions that you've
Yeah.
collected, correct?
Yeah. I'm gonna do the infusion. So some of it's just the artificer stuff. I feel like I can speak about that pretty openly,
You can.
right? Because that'll be very obvious, even when people see me.
That's the thing that you.
So at some point,
And it doesn't take as long, for
Yeah.
sure. It's less of a time constraint than the
Yeah.
other thing.
I'm basically I'm downsizing Turtlet into a homunculus. He still has a ranged attack, so it's a smaller turtle with a gun.
Mm-hmm.
He can fly. I think how he accomplishes this is that gun turns around.
Oh, I thought it was going to be like a Gamera thing. I would have. You know a Gamera?
I know of Gamera. I haven't seen
All
much.
right. Well, I'll show you a clip.
All right, but I was thinking the gun flips backwards and shoots, and he flies.
Rocket
Yeah,
forward.
it's like Thor logic
I love it.
of like he swings the hammer and doesn't fly, and then suddenly
Yeah.
throws it and he does.
Yeah.
It's that he'll shoot the gun and be fine, but when he flips it backwards, he can shoot it and fly with it. So he doesn't have like wings or anything like that. He just shoots his gun, and that's how it behind him, and that's how he flies. And then I'm downsizing Turtlet, and I'm going to have a Steel Defender, because for the audience at home, I've been running the Artificer, the Unearthed Arcana Artificer for a bit, which was pre the like final draft that they that they did. And in the Unearthed Arcana,
Artillerist, yeah.
I was running an Artillerist because it made the most sense. Whereas with the final look at the class, we are making Liam a
Battlesmith.
a battlesmith. So my large companion is a Steel Defender. And instead of having a second giant turtle, I've decided he's going to be like a metal pangolin.
Which is very, 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 very cute.
Yeah.
And it's all in its entirety. You know, it's one of those things that I appreciate.
Yeah. It should be great.
So that though, that it is a little bit more extensive. You realize that it's like you can get your homunculus done today, but you're probably gonna have to take tomorrow to do the Steel Defender.
Yeah, not a problem. Also, I wanted to use. I don't know if I'll have time, but I was hoping to do.
Do what? Yeah. Right.
Yeah, and that doesn't have to be
Well, that's
anything
part
fancy.
of that's part of your
Okay.
that's part of everything.
All right, cool.
Is
Cool.
the-
As long as it's
yeah.
a part of it, cool.
Yeah. So go ahead and give me. There's 2 checks that you're going to be making
Okay.
for the rest of your bulk of the day. I need a Arcana check.
All right.
Now this is to place proper sigils upon the fastener and the casing that you've already created. This is essentially. This is what helps you. It's binding the magic.
Yeah.
And it's also protecting you from it.
Right.
It's like the separation of church and state. It's the separation of you from the object, especially because of where you're placing it. It's one of those things that it takes anytime you've seen in Lodestone creations, and anytime you're putting it on a physical body part,
Yeah.
or in place of, it is something that requires extra care and
Okay.
extra consideration. So go ahead and make me an Arcana check.
Okay. 21.
Fucking rad.
Yeah.
You're able to. This part is more research based and making sure you're finding the right sigil combination and proper placement.
So this is like laying out the template, and then I'm actually gonna have to roll to
Yeah, then you're
engrave.
gonna have to roll to etch them in.
Will that be Smith's tools again?
No, they will be Tinker's tools.
Tinker's tools, great.
So same number.
Same check.
Oh, 11, right?
9.
9.
Yeah. All right. Now that.
Yes.
Great. All right. 18.
Fucking fantastic. Yeah. There's maybe once or twice where you thought like, did I? No, I got it right, and then you're able to like everything again smooth. Everything has a very proper placement. You feel like it's ready for the lodestone to be locked in.
All right.
And from that, you lay it down for the night. It's probably close to like 10 by the time you actually end your day. But sort of back sore, neck little strained. Is there any last minute thing you want to do at all? Like any simple thing?
No, I'll just take the infusion off my pipe.
Okay.
So I have it. So I have an infusion prepped
You got it.
for my next project.
You
Cool.
got it, man. All right. We'll break away.
All right.
Coming up next.
Coming up next on Downtime.
So you awake the next morning, still sort of reeling from a bunch of information loaded at you from the day before. You spent your morning. Did you want to do anything specific in your morning time? Is there any like simple activity you were hoping to do?
As I pass people, if I see anybody like getting up about the day, just want to mention just the feast tomorrow night.
You got it.
Just let everybody know, like, hey, at the Federfuller house,
This
we're
thing's
doing this
happening
thing.
the next day,
Yes,
tomorrow night.
want to let everybody know.
You got it. You have two people that you can go talk to. You have the Rovac family and the Thorgol family. Kind of asked you to go. Which would you like to go to first?
I want to do the Roback first.
You got it.
Is it off hours? Is this like they'll be available to talk to?
I mean, essentially,
Okay.
You have the opportunity to go in there and talk to someone. You know that,
Okay.
Going into it.
I think with Thorgol specifically, the gentleman, the dwarf that was there, wanted to talk to me specifically.
Yes. Yeah, but you know that it would be more of a night activity. You'd have to get there a little bit later. Like
So I'll do
early
Rovac
evening.
first. I'll do Rovac first, then and wait for it to be later in the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
You come to the Rovac house on the residential ring of Ulankar. It is this ornate and unnaturally smooth estate. It is. That's kind of the thing that you see in a lot of the residential area is just like a Beverly Hills type thing, where it's just like all these plots of land. There's a couple of places that have like houses in rows, but for the most part, these are like plots. The grounds of this mansion stretch larger than any other lot on this ring. Grand marble statues of dwarves and gnomes alike adorn the walkway to the front doors. As you walk down and kind of make your path towards the entrance, as you walk up, you see what amounts to like a butler. He's he's a taller gnome, like really like rail thin and just kind of like in very tight, just kind of.
So an elf, a taller, thinner gnome.
A small elf. Yeah.
A slightly smaller elf.
So he says, hello.
Greetings.
How may we provide a service for you, sir?
Oh. I would like to talk to whoever is available. I'm going on the heist and would like
it
to
must
speak.
be Philip Fretterfuller.
That's me.
Correct. Now, we have been expecting you at the house. Now, our representative, he opens the door for you and says, our representative is upon the second floor in the third bedroom to your right.
Excellent. Thank you.
You are quite welcome. He shuts the door for you.
Walk in just like my own breath, like, so nice, so kind.
Yeah. The inner house of this place too is equally majestic as the outside, right? from the outside, it is this like ornate stone, but on the inside, it seems kind of like one of those things where they built it in wood and then built the stone around it.
This is a wealthy family.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay.
Lots of pearl, marble, gemstones, that kind of stuff.
As I've passed other estates on the way here, does it seem like this is the nicest one?
They all seem nice. They all seem very well kept, and they all seem like in good standing. But this is certainly the most opulent.
Okay.
Right? Like this one, it doesn't hide the wealth as much as the other ones might.
Okay, so it's not.
But it's also not gaudy. It's beautiful. It's still simplistic in its beauty. Like the marble statues outside seem like, wow, there's a lot of love and detail given into each statue, and like each pose was well thought out, and like you could see the character of the person in it. So a lot of the stuff is still artistry. There's no corners cut, or it's not just like looking nice.
Okay.
It is nice. You come to the room, and sort of like after a little knock, step in, and it is the same gnome representative from the council, from the Four Pillars, sitting at her desk, and she's wonderful. Now, I understand you may have not learned my name, being so new to Ulinkar, but you may call me Representative Belleve.
Belleve?
Belleve.
Belleve.
Yeah, Belleve.
Belleve.
Yeah.
Excellent. Like the cheese.
Sure. Like the cheese.
I'm gonna call her Belvita before the day's up. Before the day's done.
And like it's just gonna become. It's gonna come out. It's like.
Yeah.
First and foremost, you see that she has the clan like marking that you've given her,
Mm-hmm.
and she says, "I would ask you to tell me the story of how you came about this from Puvaraj."
Well, when I was back in Sested when I was back in Faro a while ago, I was just wandering around and, well, I heard some dwarves and gnomes talking in Gnomish, and it's always nice to get to talk to people who understand my language. And, well, he went on talking about Reykjavik. We just had a very long conversation. Talked about Reykjavik, his country, the beauty, how happy he was to be serving his family out here. It was just a nice conversation.
And he gave you that?
He gave it to me and said to come by if I ever made it here, and I've been trying to get here since.
You know, my great uncle, he was a very curious man when he was around. He would sometimes use this as a means for us to meet new people. And somehow he has the most uncanny ability. I feel as though it's something that only he can do, and he's never wrong. Each person we've ever met has either boosted our business to new heights, granted us new insights into many different treasures, built upon what we have. I suspect that it's a special ability he won't let anybody else understand how he knows how to do.
Well, it sounds an awful lot like, well, the ability that I'm sure most in your family have to appraise things. His just happens to be for, well, people.
It's very likely. When he came back from the heist on his very, very young journey.
He went on the heist as well?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, the story goes that when he came back, he was much more headstrong. He had been before the heist. And apparently a lot more, I guess you would say, cocky. And upon returning from that harrowing journey, he became who he is now, a wanderer. And someone who can see right to the heart of a person with a glance. Something happened in there, I know it did. And he likes to keep his secrets. It makes him seem fun. But the other thing is that he's been gone for a number of years and hasn't visited. I feared that he'd faded away with no one noticing. He hates doting. He always elected against finding any unnecessary assistance. I'm sorry, I'm waxing on.
No, it's nice to hear more of him. He sounds like a very interesting person.
I have a simple request. Should you make your way back to Farah, I would greatly appreciate you to let him know that his family misses him and would like to see him. You are not beholden to it, of course, but simple. As well as, I called you here. I did not vote for you as your favor. But I will give you this. She reaches in a drawer. She pulls it out. This copper, very simple looking compass. And it has a button towards the north, but like towards like one portion of the outer rim has this sort of like button. And she hands it to you. She says, "The 9 hells. There are no markers there that stay for very long. But with this, you can mark one place and it will always point back to it. Now you can use it out here, but specifically within the hells, you will find it much more valuable. You place it to the ground, you press the button. No matter where you go while you are on that plane of existence, it will point you back to that location."
It's kind of...
This is one of my favorite things that Bavarish came back with in his treasure trove.
Just gonna study it a bit. Will I be able to come back out the same way I went in? Or is marking the place I come in not going to be helpful?
No, it should. What we have found is that the entry point for us is the same, and the entry point for there is the same. It just chooses which place to put you out. You have no choice on where you go, but your exit will always be the same.
I'm afraid I don't quite understand.
It means that you may enter in one door, and when you go to the other side, the door will still be there for you.
Okay, so if I mark... So this will help me find my way back.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
For sure. Proven and tested.
Well, that takes care of one of the things I was most afraid of.
But be careful. Do not let that fall into devil's hands. If they find your entrance, they might find a way to breach it. And that won't be good for anyone. At this moment, they can't follow us back but we don't know why. And in that way, the heist has certainly more dangerous than people realize. I do wish you the best. Be careful. Have a good journey.
I appreciate it. And, well, after I've successfully returned from the heist, I think I'll find myself in Fara sooner rather than later.
That'd be much enjoyment.
Not out of any obligation, just... I feel it'd be a good thing for both of you, and I'd like to see it happen.
Me as well. If you don't mind, I do have other business to attend to. Today.
Absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate... I wasn't expecting anything. This is wonderful.
You're welcome. Oh, it's on loan, but
Oh, absolutely. I'm not going to keep it.
I didn't think you would.
All right.
Exiting the manor, you start to make your way towards the Thorvald house.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the same ring as well, so it's not that long of a trip to get over there. But you kind of bide your time a little bit, trying to make sure that you can get there late enough that that person will be there, but also early enough that it's not too late.
Mm-hmm.
The house itself is a powerfully built 3-story home with like the cement and steel woven into its battlement design. Not necessarily like fortress-like, but it has kind of just like a rookery, like rook appearance kind of a thing. It's like it is just kind of like one solitary building. It has its clan symbol, like on a banner, holding down the pickaxe with a star at its point. Similar thing. They kind of let you in. They're mostly expecting you, and the representative that you were hoping to talk to kind of leads you over to a dining table and sits you down with some like very simple food, but just kind of like he's in the middle of dinner, so he's kind of like allowing you to join him. Well, Philip Fretterfeller, how does it feel to have that name? Officially.
Well, it's something I didn't even know wasn't mine in the first place. So it's been an interesting day.
Mm.
But to know that I am accepted it's certainly a great feeling.
That it is. Now, don't want to keep you long, but for the kindness you've done my family, through Loretka's letters, she has let us know what you have done. No words need to be spoken of this. You do a good job, you do what you do. It is fine. However, I wish to just give you some simple advice. I want you to make sure that you know that the Arulo Khan, the one you must pay your debt to, they only respect magic item. Chiefly among that, it must have a considerable power. They do not let debts go lightly. And the only thing they like more than that is the control they have over other people. You will not be able to find one thing that will satisfy them. Think about how you can grab things that they would never expect to have. I don't know if that is exactly helpful to you, but I hope you understand that the Ruokan is not to be trusted. When money is involved, they are trustworthy. They will not break deals. But they are slimy enough to try to worm themselves out of it. The fact you have Rovek on your side that gives them pause. They are not as rich as the Rovaks.
What do you think would be the best outcome of this for Olenkar?
Your safe return and your debt repaid. Olenkar will survive without you, but it would be better served with people like you.
In matters of honor, if you could speak candidly, is the Fredderfaller family going to be okay? I've heard
The Fredderfallers owe a great debt, but they have business over most of continent. Through that, they are able to stay afloat. They are able to keep seat on council. As well as some special provisions were provided for their family after your father's transgression. Mainly because the Rulokans helped. This is what I mean by they enjoy control.
Do you know what exactly the Rulakan gave him?
They did not give your father anything. They saved your family from destitution.
Oh,
They paid your family's debts. But what they also gained in return was a large shareholding of their profits.
so the most important thing would be just erasing this debt.
Correct. With that, the Fretterfallers would no longer be a vote for the Urulokan. Until you yesterday, sorry, I have my days confused. Until you came, the Fretterfallers were on the Urulokan side every vote. You would free them from that. And they would have no reason to fear repercussion. They could also enter more deals with more houses and clans. The fact that they owe so much to Rulokan means they must go through them first.
Outside of this debt that they owe, are the Fratterfullers generally well regarded?
No one hates Fretterfaller,
So,
but no one would protect them. Not currently. That is what you could change. That is best outcome.
and that's only going to be accomplished through bringing back a lot of treasure.
At least enough to convince Urulo Khan that the debt is repaid. Just know this, Philip Fretterfeller, you would have council to evaluate as well. It is not simply them. You brought it to council. So council must evaluate. Had you done this deal secretly, we would not be able to help you.
Well, I appreciate everything you're doing. I just want to make sure that at the end of this I said it right. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do that.
There
I
is
have-
only one.
I have...
It must be from the heist.
I have companions that want to help me with this heist.
That is very rare.
I know that I could bring back more treasure if they came with me.
Yes.
But I worry about it besmirching the Fratterfuller name.
Allow me to shed some light. You have heard what the Heist provides, correct?
Yes.
1/2, 2/2.
Yes.
Right now, in business term, you have nothing to worry about its status. Your family is still council. Your family still have home. Your family still make enough money to pay their workers. That is success. That is status.
So the only thing that they really need help with is this debt.
Yeah, from logical standpoint, yes. From looking at it binarily.
And I only have one more question. The Proctish.
Absorbed into other families.
Do you know which families they primarily went to?
No, I am sorry.
Okay.
It is one of those spreading to winds. We have no control. They did not stay in Ulankar.
I understand.
There is one last thing I have for you before I ask you to leave.
Oh.
Kind of like reaches into his. He's got like this satchel and he like
Mhm.
pulls out this simple water skin. But you do see this sort of like runic symbol on like etched into the leather.
Okay.
He heads it down to you. He says, "The last bit of kindness the Thorgals can give you before your heist. This water skin, well, this water skin will allow you to continuously drink from it if you would like.
It never runs out?
It never runs out of water.
That's
You
cool.
will be needing it. There is no great sustenance within the hills, no matter where you are.
That's an incredible help. Thank you.
I would also recommend do not eat anything that you see in there.
We have a way to carry a lot of food with us. It'll be okay.
Good. I'm sorry, I'm finished with my meal, I must go.
Absolutely.
But
I
hope
understand.
you are welcome to stay in the house to look some stuff over, talk to anyone else you would like to, but I must go.
Excellent. Thank you. You've put my mind at ease.
And as soon as Lorethka,
Yeah, her name was retconned.
as soon as Lorethka comes in, I shall tell her of your journeys. I'm sure she will be happy to hear it.
Thank you.
He walks away.
Okay.
Just one more crystal thing,
Yes.
and then we're good.
Cool. Yeah, crystals. Let's
So
do
go
it.
ahead and give me the wisdom saving throw to catch the magic, and then with spell attack to push it in to end your evening.
18 on the save.
Successful.
Spell attack plus 6, I think.
Yes.
19.
19. Enough to satisfy everything.
Got another one. The rolls are good today.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, let's go. We'll break away. Your next day starts semi early in the morning. Not early in the morning. It just means it's like it's
Early-ish.
in the morning, and
Like 9.
You're attempting to do your kind of like additional recon. See what also the greater Ulankar area kind of has to offer. So you're kind of spending a bulk of your day doing a lot of shopping, doing a lot of like research on pricing and like what are the cooler things that you might be able to find. What are the shops that might be better suited to your needs. And along
Dagger
the way,
based needs.
yeah, daggers and arrows,
Daggers, arrows,
Emporium,
and that's it.
the DNA Emporium,
The
yeah.
DNA Emporium, yeah.
So that's like the main goal, and also trying to get the kind of like whatever information you can gather from all these people that have like maybe provided stuff for heists or just in general.
What kind of things?
What's the base knowledge of this place? What does everybody just kind of know?
What do people take on the heist?
And
Is
I'll
my
ask you some of
biggest
the-
question.
Yeah, it's like I'll ask what your questions are. First off, just so you know, I've listed a few of the daggers that I thought you might find interesting.
Yes.
You find some elemental daggers, so basically the gamut of like the elemental weapons like fire, cold, thunder,
The guy
Acid.
the guy in the
Right.
bar, Grant, he said not fire and not ice, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, he was suggesting it for sure.
Okay.
But you do find a dagger of seeking and a keen dagger. As well.
Okay. What is the dagger of seeking?
It's one of those things where when you make an attack with it, if you are attuned to it, and the attack misses, or sorry, not if the attack misses, but if you roll and you don't like the roll, you can choose to re-roll, but
Okay.
but before you know if it hits or not.
Okay.
That kind of a thing, where it's like, oh, I rolled a 7, but altogether I rolled a 14. I want to re-roll, and you can do that once per. You can do that like once per short rest.
Okay. Once per short rest.
Actually, I think that's wrong. I don't think it's per short rest, but just write it down just in case. But
Alright.
I'm thinking about it. I was like, maybe it's not short rest. Maybe it's different than that.
Okay.
It might be based on your dexterity modifier or something like that, like how many times you can do it per day. You also find a keen dagger, which a keen dagger means that it ups the critical range of a weapon. So daggers, you would only get a critical at 20, but with a keen dagger, it would be you could roll a 19 or a 20 and get a critical hit.
And get a crit. Alright, go.
So what are the kind of questions that you're... Oh, so the arrows you find... These kind of come in bundles.
Okay.
You find an exploding arrows, bola arrows, which are like... They like tie people up.
Oh, okay. Oh,
And
that's very
ethereal
interesting.
arrows as well.
Okay, so we have arrows of... what was the
Exploding
first one?
arrows.
Exploding.
Bola arrows and ethereal arrows.
Okay. Bola arrows. And ethereal arrows. What do ethereal arrows do?
So when you make an attack against someone who is behind cover, it ignores the cover.
Okay.
It basically just phases through it.
Okay.
It phases through one layer of cover.
One layer of cover. Great.
So if somebody's hiding behind a pillar, it just goes and hits them.
Interesting. I am very interested in the ethereal arrows. How much for a bundle?
Bundle of 3 would be 240.
I have 4. I got my friends.
I need to find my friends' wallets.
I need to buy my friends.
Your friends are equally poor.
And their wallets. Well, no, that's the thing. They have more than I do.
Yeah, for sure. But your friends are equally poor.
We're super poor. We have
because you guys just bought a lot of shit. That's what.
Yeah.
It's like
We also have to take a job for money occasionally.
Yeah.
We never do.
What are the questions that you want to ask though? What are the things that you're trying to This is like a long period of time that you're going through shops, going to a bunch of different places
Right.
throughout the rings and things like that before you do your thing tonight.
I want to know what is the most... What did Grant take on his heist? I want to know about the guy. I want to know about what people generally take.
Sure.
And I want to know if Grant took anything different from them.
From what you can learn from the bar or whatever, it's not that you don't learn a lot. You learn
Right.
that they're also kind of I don't know, it was 50 years ago.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of simple stuff. It was a thing of you get favors from families and clans can give you things. So not everybody has the exact same thing.
Right.
But vaguely speaking, they take a lot. They take kind of light stuff outside of food and water.
Okay.
And it's this thing of you travel light because you're hoping to go get
Just
more
get in,
stuff
get out.
and
Yeah.
get out.
Yeah.
Than you walked in with.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of I'm in terms of what did people take in.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot. They don't maybe one or two trinkets or things that sometimes people would take in ooh, that's a really cool magic item that could be very helpful, but they are specific to those families.
It's only to those families.
Yeah, or
they wouldn't be able to give them to me.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
It's not any you're asking random. I don't mean to say it this way. I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. You're asking random people to give you favors for nothing.
Basically, yeah.
So you're not really successful at all.
I'm not expecting to get anything.
I didn't think so.
Yeah.
But I just mean to say it's that's kind of the thing is those random trinkets or magic items that helped those people were given because that family decided to pay a favor to a different family, or that family already had it in their possession over a long line of stuff, or that family made it for that person to do the journey, that kind of thing.
Right. But I still want to know what kind of items they had.
It's the whole gamut.
It's literally anything.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like it's not anything super specific to like this will help you through the hells. It's like no. It was a lot of things that were like, water skins that don't run out, or things that are like, you can store a lot more things in this bag, or things that are like, this helps you climb better. These give you like the ability to just climb without actually even having to like find handholds. It'll just like make you spider climb, just that like, kind of stuff. So it's a lot of stuff like that, like things that are
little things that would generally be useful.
Yeah, like it
but
could
nothing
be.
Specific.
Who knows? Yeah, nothing like this helps the hellscape. Like no, nothing as prime as that.
Okay, sorry. Let me just make this note.
That's okay. Anything else?
Sorry, hang on. Specific / given. Okay, so the ethereal arrows are 240?
Yeah.
Okay.
For a bushel of 3.
For 3? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And the dagger, the keen dagger, how much is that?
That is 200.
200. All right, great. And the dagger of seeking is
350.
350. Okay, great. Yeah, I need my friends. All right. I guess. So no, like as I go from shopkeep to shopkeep, I would like to ask about the heist and about any like gossip or stories they heard from it. Like I want to know if anything came back from the heist. Like, oh, this guy didn't make it because XYZ, or this guy made it because XYZ.
This guy didn't make it because XYZ, nobody knows.
No one knows.
Nobody
knows. Because they never came back.
Yeah, nobody knows why people don't make it.
Right.
The people that do make it, generally speaking, they kind of have a story of, I just ran.
Okay, so the biggest thing is just run, keep your head down low, get in there.
Yeah,
all right, great.
It's a stealth operation, like through and through.
Okay.
That's kind of the general note you're getting, is that like people really don't like. Nobody here is trying to go in and be like full on. I'm just gonna take out a fucking, I'm just gonna do whatever I want and I will survive.
Okay.
It's a dangerous place. Illuana Hellpike is also a very, like, everybody talks about that person as, like, this is an outlier. This is somebody who, we don't know how long she was there.
And she was a very special person to be there as long as she was. Okay, okay.
And she came back with the Demon Lord's, with the Devil Lord's head.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like...
She's not to be fucked with.
No.
All right, great.
It's something that it's like, this is, that was a very particular situation.
Okay. She's no longer living.
No. This was centuries ago.
All right. Hellpike. There's no grave for her, right?
No. No grave. Nothing like that.
Okay.
There's like memorials and things at the...
Right, but there's no, like, shrine to her. There's no...
Yeah, like a legislative branch has... Well, not like shrine. Yeah, memorials.
Yeah. Not like an actual place where you can see her bones.
It would be in a mausoleum of the Hellpikes.
Okay. Well, I don't need to see her bones, but, like...
That's what you could reason anyway. Is
Okay.
that, like, if she was going to be, like, buried somewhere...
It would be with
it would be
with her
the
family.
Hellpikes. Yeah.
Okay. And the Hellpikes are one of the 4 pillars?
No.
Really? Okay. Okay. I think I'm ready to
All right.
attempt on the tower.
So what I want is this is just we're gonna do kind of a loose stealth stuff.
Okay.
It'll kind of some of these things will depend on your choices, but for overall, it'll be one of those things where like if you pass, that'll be until your next decision that like requires it,
Yeah, a new pass.
and
All
it'll
right.
be kind of be like you're weaving and bobbing through this place.
Yeah. I'm trying to.
You're
I'm
waiting for the cover of night anyway, in the sense of like cover of night of like when people normally sleep.
Yeah, my big thing is I want to stick to the shadows.
Yeah.
I do not want to cause a problem for my friend Philip.
Yeah.
That is something that I really, really don't want to do.
So if you have to get out of there for
If I gotta like
you gotta get out.
next, I can next, and so I'm always looking for an exit.
Yeah.
Because I want to take this thing from this family because this family has wronged my friend.
But the point is
but-
that yeah. You're
I'm not
trying
trying to risk my
You're not trying to incriminate yourself or him.
or him. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying very hard to be a good criminal.
I get you.
If I could.
So go ahead and give me a stealth check at the top. This
Okay.
is just like getting in the building and kind of
Generally.
the next part of your stuff.
Okay. All right. So that is a 16.
Okay.
Not as good a stealth as I'm normally used to rolling.
I mean, you rolled a 5.
Yep. It's not good.
I'll tell you later.
Oh no!
You make your ascent,
Mhm.
and you kind of try to do this thing where you're manipulating the light above you
Trying
to
to.
kind of like just like
Yeah.
let you in without notice, and you get towards the arch and you drop in. The light is low. It's lit, but it's
Low.
it's a dim light.
Mm.
Nobody's in there either. You kind of timed it to you were like making sure, and you
Everybody's.
by the time you got up there, you didn't see anybody in there, so you were able
Yeah.
to land very safely.
Can we
you look
say
out
that?
towards the battlements and like all the fortress part. None of the guards have noticed you.
Because I was like, at least
The
I
guard just
learned the
walk in-
guard
yeah,
rotation.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's like, that's kind of what I mean. Is that like you know the guard rotation, so you're able to. Place
I knew my
yourself
2
correctly.
minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You're placed in correctly. Sitting in this room, it's very similar to like your room in the mansion, where it's just without the
Like
telescope.
that turret room.
Yeah, where it's just sort of like this is a tower that somebody comes in to collect themselves or something like that. You see a desk and you see a couple parchments placed on the table and things like that. But
Great. Can
and
I
desk drawers and things like that. There's a staircase towards one side as well.
stealth over to the desk and see what's on top of it?
Sure. No rolls. That's what I'm saying. Like you're still. This is still part of that.
Unfortunately, a 16. Like, I mean, I'm one of those. I really want to try to like roll over 20 for those.
I understand. If I need it, I'll ask for it.
Okay.
If I expect it to be a problem, I'll ask for it.
Tell me.
The desk is strewn with a couple of different letters. Taking a little bit of your time and like listening towards the stair, listening for everything and just making sure that you have a second to kind of like skim through everything. You do notice that these seem to be addressed to letters that are addressed to a person named Gornal.
Gornal.
Or sorry.
Or is it
Galnor. Sorry.
Galnor?
I said that wrong. I'm so sorry. I don't know.
I was like, wait, Gornal?
No.
Our
Gornal is-
Gornal?
No, I was like,
Yeah.
I think that's why I was so weird. Galnor.
Our dwarf friend
Galnor.
that we're leaving alone. All right, Galnor.
Mm-hmm. A lot of these letters are addressed to him.
Okay. Do they say anything particularly?
Few of them.
Do any of them mention Philip?
They do indeed.
Really?
You do see. Scanning through.
Mm-hmm.
There is a specific letter that sort of is indicating towards. It says it's actually. Yeah, it's addressed to him. That says. Your. In quotes. Your present has been placed upon the the sorry, I'm trying to think of the word.
Dais?
No. Like what about like a food trough?
Okay, so like a banquet table or a...
Yeah, like but it's like has been placed at the table of the Fraterfullers for tomorrow evening.
Okay, a place upon the table of the Fraterfullers tomorrow evening. Does it
was
say...
tough. I have more to say.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm just letting you know. It was difficult to get the concoction to work correctly.
Okay.
And I can't.
Sorry, I'm like writing.
I can't verify its complete success, but it should work for the opening of his journey. And it is signed.
It doesn't say anything about like what it does.
Mhm.
Okay, great.
It is signed Airy. E-R-Y. Airy.
Signed. E-R-Y. Okay. Very good to know. Can I check the drawers in the desk? I want to make sure that they're not trapped first.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check first.
Investigation.
To find traps.
To find traps, okay. Can I show you one on investigation?
Yeah.
Not like a stealth check or like a perception or like a...
Investigate.
Oh, it's a natural 18. It was cocked to a 2 and then it like...
So 18?
18.
Alright. You place your claws, your talons, kind of like along those sides.
Mm-hmm. In the seams.
Each of the 3 drawers is triggered.
Triggered?
I mean, like has a
hair trigger.
Sorry, that's what I was trying to say. It's like it has something.
I thought the desk exploded.
You can't really like tell
what
in
kind
regards
of trap?
to what it might do, but you can tell that each one has its own individual
trap.
Mm-hmm.
Does the trap seem linked to the lock mechanism, or does it seem linked to the pulling open of the desk?
It's a little hard to tell.
Okay.
But for the top one, you can tell that it would be to the lock mechanism.
Lock mechanism?
Yeah.
I'd like to try to pick that lock.
Okay.
All right.
And disarm the trap at the same time. So go ahead and give me a thieves' tools check.
Lovely. Lovely jubbly. Please don't fuck with me. Please. Clear elven dice. Show me the way. That's a natural 19. So that is a
30.
30. A 30 even.
Damn it.
You were gonna take my hand, weren't you? You were gonna take a hand away from me.
Placing your lock picks and everything and manipulating it into the way. I'm not even gonna try. You open it. You open it successfully.
Yeah.
Not only do you open it, you hear the extra click.
That disarms.
It is disarmed.
What's in the drawer?
Well, first you see up against the lock mechanism, you see just this thin disc, gray, dull, and you see this little wire pulled to a pin into the lock mechanism.
Okay, so it was disc.
There's like a pin on
wire,
the disc, and the wire is attached to the pin.
Pin. Okay, shit. That would have exploded. I would know if it would explode. It would have exploded. It would have taken my hand. All right, great.
In the drawer, you do find a few sacks of what looks like coins, and another one kind of feels more like gems or things like that, like the way they're jingling. Nothing else.
Okay. I would like to remove 1 gold piece and 1 gem from each of the bags.
Okay.
Can I check for traps first?
Sure.
All right.
Roll me an investigation check.
That doesn't count. It wasn't in the box.
I know it doesn't count.
All right.
Just do it quickly before I change my mind.
All right. What is it? What check is it? Sorry.
Investigation.
Oh. It's an 8.
They don't seem like it necessarily, but you're kind of.
I'm on guard.
Yeah, you're on guard, but you can't tell any specifics.
Can I sleight of hand it out?
No.
Okay. Then I'm gonna leave him alone.
No, I'm saying
Do I do it?
I'm saying you don't have to take them out
Right.
of the drawer to be able to open them or whatever, but sleight of hand.
I'm wondering if the bags themselves are trapped.
Sure.
And you just don't know? I just don't know.
You just don't know.
Okay. If I'm not sure, then I'm gonna leave him alone.
All right.
Is there anything else in the drawer that I can find?
No, just those.
Are there any? Oh, the producer is trying to lead me onto the path of ill righteousness. Is there any certain inconsequential things on top of the desk? A pencil, perhaps?
Yeah, there's some quills. There's some
a
things
fancy
that you could,
thing.
Yeah. There's
A fancy thing that would identify it as theirs.
You don't know that. There's no name on them.
There's no
nothing,
name.
There's nothing that says
But if they're
or nothing like that.
if they're the richest family in the land, would, if I swiped a pencil, would people be able to tell?
You have no way of knowing that.
Fair enough.
So you can really swipe a pencil or a quill or one of the ink pens that they have. And
I'm gonna take one.
All right.
I took it.
No checks needed.
No checks needed.
Anything
Great.
else you want to do? Roll me a perception check.
Okay, great. That's so terrifying. I hate being here by myself. So that is a 22.
You're safe.
Thank you.
You kind of take a second and be like, well, I've been here for about 15 minutes.
Too long. It's okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You don't hear anything.
The other two desk drawers look a little too trapped to be untrapped. I know I slid my nails along them, and I found the trap.
Yeah. You can tell them they're not part of the lock mechanism, though.
They're not part of the lock mechanism. So it would be, if I pulled out the drawer, then that would be. Can I try to disarm the trap on the right drawer?
It's in a row.
It's in a row?
Yeah.
Alright, the next one under. Can I try to disarm the trap?
Sure.
Okay. What do I use for that? My thieves' tools?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's that. Yeah. I'd actually say it's your dexterity plus your proficiency because it's not really thieves' tools.
My dex plus proficiency?
Yeah,
Let's
which
see.
would be 5 plus 3, so 8.
It's not as good as my thieves' tools.
By 3.
That 3 could be crucial.
Sure, roll.
That 3 is the difference between me ending up in jail. That's a 17.
17.
I'm in jail, aren't I? Oh, shit. Oh, no. All right. Look, it's been fun playing with everybody. I had a good time.
So, you... As you get the lock...
Mm-hmm.
And you try to, pull it out to, as you're investigating it, to try to make sure, how do I get this out? How do I... reach?
Deadly
And-
click. Deadly click. Deadly click.
And this little, like, gaseous spray
I'm out
comes
the window.
Can
I'm
you
out
make?
the window.
Give me a Constitution saving throw
I'm-
first.
I'm out the window.
Give me a Constitution saving throw first.
Save your constitution. All right. Oh, it's not good. It's not good, that constitution of mine. 14.
You're
I'm in jail.
not able to hold your breath at time,
I'm in jail.
but you are able to sort of stave off the effect. It was this green cloud, and you could tell that it was something poisonous.
It wasn't good. I'm
You were
out.
able to stave it off.
I'm out the window. I'm out. I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah. I
As
have my
you-
thing that I wanted to do.
As you fly out and like make your way out, there's a moment where you hear
Hey! Shit.
in the distance behind you.
All right, great. Well, but I'm already gone.
Give me a stealth check.
All right. My stealth is plus 11 though.
Yeah.
Ha! That's a natural 19.
so
So I'm
You-
I'm out
you fade into
5,000.
night.
I am way the fuck out.
All right. You're able to go back to the mansion safe and sound.
Into the
and
night.
You're good.
I'm just chilling. How was your night? My night was fine.
All right.
I didn't even do anything.
We'll break away.
Uh,
All right. The third day has arrived. Certain things have been learned. Certain things have been set aside. So, you come into this third day. Liam, what I need for you at the top of the day is, let's see, sorry, let me go to the chat. So whatever effect you want this thing to have, we need to put it into it.
Yes.
So I need you to make a spell attack.
Spell attack.
Yes, with your bonus, as a way to manipulate the stone into doing what you want it to do.
Okay.
Eat it.
And my spell attacks are.
Should be a proficiency plus your intelligence bonus, so it should
Yep.
be 16.
6. Okay.
6.
Okay. Jesus. 8. Yeah.
What's the stone's AC?
Total?
Yeah.
Jesus.
You rolled a 2.
Fucking
Mhm.
Christ.
Could have been worse, technically.
That's what's fine.
So for this first part of the day, you are trying to, and it backfires.
Right.
Doesn't hurt you. You're able to get out of. You're kind of able to escape unscathed, but it does not hold the thing that you are hoping it would.
Okay. Well, this is
You
the
can
day you
do
said I
one
would have
more-
extra time, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can do one more check.
Okay.
But that's basically your next up until dinner.
Yeah. Um, 12.
Okay. All right. Seems like it takes hold. All right. As far as I can tell for everybody else. And then you were able to do your Steel Defender as well. It's not as time intensive. I'm going to bring you guys back in for kind of like a noonish check-in with each other. Whatever information you guys have learned, you guys are kind of gearing up to go back into Ulankar for the feast with the Fratterfuller house. They've got this dinner planned. It's kind of like a going away dinner with Philip.
Cool.
You guys are en route,
Yeah.
is what I'm saying.
Okay,
You guys
so
are
we're on the
like-
way there.
Yeah.
All right. So how did everybody's days go?
At this point, I'm finished.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say, like, again, this is you guys are getting ready to leave the mansion. You guys haven't left the mansion yet, so it's just
Okay.
like you guys are stepping towards the door.
Uh,
So you don't have to be there just yet.
fine.
You can
I
stay.
trained.
Trained?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Did I-
How did it go? Did you learn anything new?
Maybe. I hope so.
Cool.
I hope it went well.
What you got?
I'll let that be a surprise.
Cool. I'm really excited for it. Fucking handsome demon ass. How about you?
Worked on some stuff, too.
Do you want to share anything?
I don't know. Did I learn it?
You feel like it's gonna take a little bit more work before you can do it.
No, I don't want to tell you my fails.
my fails.
That's okay. I mean, I technically probably failed at my thing too. But
How do you maybe technically fail? Like, I definitely failed. How did you maybe technically fail?
I maybe technically failed because I don't you know you guys know the Rulacan house that Philip's family technically owes a debt to.
Yeah, the people who like screwed over and they had to leave the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember them.
No, not the proctors.
No, not the
not the
Proctors.
people that were screwed over and had to leave the city.
No, it's the
Oh,
big
then maybe I
the
don't.
big one that they
Oh.
own
His
the
family
debt
turned,
of
yeah.
Philip's
Oh,
family.
yeah, sorry, I got them confused. You screwed over a lot of people, man.
I may or may not have broken into their big high tower, and I actually found some pretty good information. Look, if I'm going on the heist, I like to practice heist. And, like, you know, I've just figured that they were the people that, you know, if you're gonna heist anybody, heist the richest people in the town. Anyway,
Did you steal things?
I stole this, and I present the pencil.
It's a pen. It's an ink pen.
I produce the pen.
Is it a special pen?
No.
You stole a pen that you could have bought?
Yep.
So then why didn't you just practice on our house?
Because why would I practice on our house? There's no risk there.
Why didn't you do the medallion?
I don't want to do the medallion because we got in a fight with the bouncer. Like I don't want to cause trouble for Philip. Not an actual fight. Not like a fist fight, but just like a words fight.
We were really good.
I don't think I've ever laughed like that in my life. This is the best day of my life.
This is one of those DM moments where you just get to cackle by yourself in the thing. But no, I took this pencil.
Pen. That's a pen. Did you
It's
know?
a pen. This pen. I took the pen. But I have some very, very good information actually.
About the pen?
No. About a certain present that they plan to give Philip. There is a dwarf
Wait,
named...
were you gonna ruin the surprise?
Of course I'm going to ruin the surprise. It's a bad surprise.
But he's gonna get it. It's a bad surprise.
It might kill him.
Oh, it's not a present then.
It's
Oh,
not.
it's
It's
like-
a present. It's one of those like presents that you give to people who are going on the heist. But unfortunately, it looks like this present may or may not try to hinder him on the heist. There is a dwarf named Galnor. He has jet black hair. He's very distinctive
Is
looking.
it Galanor or
Galnor. Galno umlaut R. Galnur.
not Gal Gadot?
It's not Gal Gadot.
Okay.
Gal Gadot is
Dead, I
Gal
think.
Gadot got in the.
Well,
I mean,
that's-
he got captured in the Hills of Madness. Remember? It wasn't Gal. What is it?
It wasn't going on.
Gornal.
That's
It
what I was
wasn't
thinking.
Gornal.
Okay.
It was Galnor.
Okay. I was
It
like, wait,
literally
I know
is
these names.
Galnor. I made sure.
No, I was getting them confused. I was like, wait a moment.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I was just like, is this fucking... But no, there is, apparently, the, Rulacan family doesn't really want you to succeed in this heist. They're giving a present that may or may not be good. I'm just saying, it's probably not good. What I heard was, it is difficult to get the concoction correct, but they cannot completely verify the success, but it should work for the opening of his journey. Signed, Erie? Did anyone come across ERY in their days? No? Alright. I do not know if this thing is actually good or bad. All I know is that the conversation was very, very clandestine, and they did not want anyone else listening into this. So, I'm just saying, maybe we should be a little bit careful about the Rubicon, because they really, really don't want us to succeed. Because it is about 60% of their profits, and which I understand. They want to keep your debt.
That's almost 40.
Yes.
Wow.
It's almost more than 40, Philip.
No, that's impossible.
Yeah. Can you only count to 40?
What's counting?
All right. Bless your big dumb heart. Please don't open anything from the Rubicon necessarily. I think it's a very, very bad idea. I think we might get cursed.
Well, if it's did it sound like a poison?
It sounded like when you open it, it's like gas.
I can open it.
And but I have to say, when I was breaking into their central tower, there was one drawer that opened pretty easily. The other one tried to poison me, and I resisted. So they might know that someone was in that tower. I would appreciate if everyone just forgot my name at that moment. Because it was me, and I did not get to see anything in the second drawer. But the first drawer was full of gold and gems. I didn't take any. Which everybody should be proud of me for, because I would have done so.
I mean, I guess, but
Yes, I'm glad that after breaking into the house of one of the most powerful families in Olenkar, you decided not to take one of their things.
I only took out ink pen.
But
They're
like-
not gonna miss an ink pen.
But of all the things you could have taken, you took an ink pen.
Is there
Yes,
any
because
markings on the ink
that is
pen?
a slight inconvenience to them.
Are there any markings on the ink pen that like
that's petty.
mark it as
Have you-
being?
There's no name
Met
on
me?
it. There's no nothing. It's just like a
Apparently
simple
Oh, I'm sorry.
like, gold-rimmed black ink pen.
It's fancy. You
Well, at
could
least now
probably
you
get
can-
a good price for it.
At least now you can properly write notes.
That's true. That's very true. I no longer have to write in my blood, unless someone else wants it.
No, but if we do think the
Philip's
gift
learning
is
so much.
poison,
It's just wave after wave after wave. Sorry, what?
Are we done?
Oh,
What?
no, it's fine.
Okay. So I just think that there is a specific, very black-haired. He has a very short-cut beard for a dwarf. I remember looking at that and being like, that's kind of weird, because I normally have like a bunch of like braids and shit. But his is very, very close cut, and his name is Galnor, and he, I think, is probably hired. I mean, this is just like a person who, it kills things for money, but I might have a sense of people who kill things for money, and I feel like he might be one of those. He might be a mercenary, so we should be very careful of the Rubicon present, because I don't think it is good.
Right? Oh, I'm not here.
Are you not here?
It's up to you.
Are you having a
Am
powwow
I
with
done?
us?
You are done.
I'm done. And they're about to head out.
Yes.
All right. I think just after this point, I'll come on out.
Okay. Just after now?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we should be a little careful of that. Just saying. Sorry, I broke into your family's debt owner's house and stole a little something.
You do hear that.
What did I miss? No, it's fine. Liam walks out. You notice the only real difference about him. So instead of like the patch that he had, he has a like a copper eye patch that he's made. Turtlet is way smaller. It's about this big, and is riding on Liam's shoulder. And there's a giant, like a large, about old turtlet sized steel pangolin, just like walking next to him. Come right. Come out right. All right. I'm ready.
Slight bags under his eyes.
Yeah, little slight bags under his eyes.
He's rested, but it's one of those things where he's been working hard for 3 days.
Long story short, we should be careful of the Rubicon present because I broke into their tower and I also set off an alarm, but I got out of there in time. But I also stole this ink pen.
Can I see that?
Yes.
Neat.
Wait, are we not going to talk about the steel animal you have now? Animal thing?
I thought,
Can you just make animals?
sometimes, only a few. I don't have a lot of resources.
I would like an animal.
Can you do it for anybody? Can I have a steel animal?
Potentially.
What is the steel animal's name?
You guys are walking towards the.
It's a pangolin.
So you just call it
Made out
pangolin?
of steel. Here's your pen.
It doesn't have any flippers.
Pangolin!
Huh?
Pen.
Pangolin.
Where's its
Wait, I have to
beak?
give that pen to my pangolin. No, it's sort of like
Not the
All right.
penguin.
I mean,
A
you see
pangolin.
what it is.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you said it's a penguin.
Yeah.
Pangolin.
Whatever. Moving on.
yeah.
Steel penguin actually would be pretty cute.
Steel
would be.
penguin would
It's
be
a Mega Man
That'd be
animal.
great for a homunculus.
Anyway.
a huge penguin.
And why
Making
is
your
it
way
smaller?
again towards the Friday Fuller house. I'm just saying, whatever else you guys want to talk about, you guys are on your way there.
Right.
What does it do? Why did you have small turtlet now?
Mostly because I needed resources in order to build the pangolin. It's going to be a lot better for defense.
And just what?
Does it have a gun?
No, pangolin doesn't. That's why I have little turtlet, because he still has a gun. He can also fly. Go!
He can fly?
You see the gun flip around backwards and shoot and.
Was there a dwarf behind us?
No.
Okay.
I whistle and he lands on my arm. Good boy. All right, there.
Oh.
All right.
What does the pangolin do?
He's big and metal. And
Do you hide behind him, or does he become a shield?
No, so if he can help.
He just looks.
So when
he
he's
just
in
keeps
front
like,
of an
steel defender.
enemy, he can use his reaction to give that enemy disadvantage. Is it? Yeah, he can use his reaction to
He
give
can do a
that
couple
enemy
other things.
disadvantage.
He's also like a healing thing. Like he could
Yeah.
eventually.
So
he's going to
he-
be able to. He's eventually.
I say
gonna be
that,
able
but
to
in
use
character as
Yeah.
Liam. However, I would say that in character as
Okay.
Liam.
It operates similarly to Panther, but just with a couple extra functions.
Interesting. That's sick as hell.
Okay.
I love that.
Well,
I like your new eye patch too.
Thank you, Condi.
It really brings
It's
out
really
your
nice.
eye.
Thank you.
well, we won't need to worry about water or navigation. Well, at least finding our way back. And I just kind of show the water flask and the compass.
Oh shit.
You see a very simple like leather water flask with a etching inside of it, and the compass is very simple, copper compass, but there's a button on top.
What does the button do?
Well, we click it to make it like record a point, and then it'll always point at that point until we clear it. So it'll help us find our way back.
I love
Interesting.
Who did
And
you
then-
get that from?
That's really good.
Well, this came from the Rovac house,
That's
and
nice.
then this came from the Thorgal house,
That's
and this will always have water in it. So we don't need to worry about water.
That's very good. That's incredibly good. That's really, really good.
Like if we keep pouring, it'll just keep coming out. Oh, I wish I knew that before. Are we going directly to the heist?
We
No, you
should.
still have-
Well, that's tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow in the middle of the day.
We gotta do the banquet.
This
Oh,
is
I know.
our.
I just thought maybe we were going out immediately. Like it was
We
like a
gotta
big
get the
grand show.
shitty presents.
We're gonna go get rested, and then we basically head out when we wake up tomorrow.
Okay. That's cool. I don't know why. Okay.
Did you guys find anything out that might be helpful for the heist? Did you find anything
I
out
learned
in
that there's a
general?
medallion.
Other than there's a medallion. Did you find out about the medallion or?
I didn't do it. No.
Jackie, you did in some of your library research find out some things about the hells. We'll go over that. I just want to say like you did get some.
Yes,
of that.
I did.
And
I found out
you'll
some
be
things
like,
about the hells.
it's one of those things where it's like you have enough information that no matter where you guys land, you'll kind of be able to you'll be able to decipher where you guys are at.
Cool. I know everything.
Great.
Okay.
Great, I am thrilled.
Coming towards the Fatterfuller house,
I want to keep an eye out for Galnor in particular.
Okay.
And the head of the Fratterfiller house, the salt and pepper guy I saw.
That's not the head of the Fatterfuller house.
I mean, not the
It's
Fratterfiller. The Rulicom house, sorry.
Just so you know, just to remind you, Galnor is the jet black hair guy.
Yeah, and the
That's
salt
what
and
the
pepper
letters
guy.
were addressed to.
Right. But I want to know this. I want to see if I can see the salt and pepper guy that he was talking to.
Eerie.
Was Eerie.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. I want to keep an eye out for both of them.
Okay. Just making sure you.
Does he want to talk about sex?
So.
Moving forward.
I mean, not really.
You come to the house. The tables have all kind of been crashed together, and it all seems to be like everybody's kind of getting ready for the feast. They're all in good spirits. As soon as you come in, Philip, everybody kind of cheers and a rally cry and like pulls you to the front of the table so you can sit at the head. You guys all have spots right next to him, right at the head. But as you guys walk in, the bouncer looks at the three of you just like.
I try to wave as unshittily as possible.
You achieve it, I guess.
I mean, you have wings, so.
Yeah.
But you all.
I can
Pretend
with my
he's doing
hand.
the medallion.
The rest of the rest of the party starts to sit for dinner as well. It's kind of like as soon as you arrived, they were kind of just they were all kind of milling about till you got there.
Is there a gift table?
No,
No.
not like a birthday or a wedding or anything like that.
Okay.
No, like gift table.
Okay. I'm just keeping an eye.
I know what you're asking. Don't worry. So sitting down for dinner, the matriarch, and again she sort of is at the other head of the table, and stands up, and kind of lifts her wine glass for the rest of everybody. These have already been like pre-poured at the seats.
Don't drink it. I'm sorry, I had a moment of, I don't know.
And again, it's just kind of looking at you like.
I'm allergic to it. I need
Water?
I misheard, apparently. I thought it was wine.
Is it wine? It is wine?
Oh, it is.
I'm just being a dumbass.
Oh.
It's wine.
Yeah.
I need water.
There's a water glass in front of you. It's one of those kind of setups where
Oh,
it's like you have multiple drinks in front
I
of you.
was really overwhelmed by all the excitement. Weren't you, Philip?
Yeah. Maybe.
Whoa!
Wow.
And Gam's just like. Well, good dinner then.
How close am I to Philip?
Sits back down.
How close am I to Philip?
You guys are right next to him.
Am I literally right next to him?
Yeah, you guys are sitting right next
Okay.
to him.
Okay, great.
He's at the head of the table. You guys are. In the
Are they
four
all
spots
within
next
10
to him.
feet?
But that's the thing. It's like I want to know if I'm within arm swatting length.
Yeah,
Okay, great.
not that big of a table.
Great. It might be a big deal in a minute.
Okay.
If you reach
I mean,
for
she
that
just
wine
kind of like,
glass.
I guess, good dinner.
Good dinner.
Such a lovely treat to have our new Fratterfaller. We do have to thank certain things. Time for one of them to make sure that we have him back. And well, I suppose it goes without saying that this could be the last time that we see Philip and his friends. And for your journey, we say, stay true, stay vigilant, and come home. She takes a sip of her wine. And the rest of people take a sip of her wine.
Cheers. I throw mine over my shoulder and slap Phillips out of his hand.
I grab my water bottle.
I grab my water.
Liam?
No, I don't notice any of that. So I'm
Okay.
gonna grab a glass of my wine. Cheers. Take a sip.
Alright, so if you're trying to hit the wine out of Philip's hand,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to need like an attack roll.
An
for your
attack roll?
dexterity.
A dex?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why we're so suspicious of the wine, so Liam doesn't know either.
It's a 15.
Go ahead and roll me a strength saving throw. No, not
Cool.
saving throw. A contested strength ability check. Just to try to hold on to the glass.
Oh shit, fuck.
22.
Shit, fuck.
Yeah. She it looks more like she's like, oh, and then it's just like you kind of one arm still have a hold of your cup and she's trying to take it out of your hand. Liam, you take a drink of your wine.
Don't.
Are you thirsty?
No. You're definitely not thirsty.
You have a gluten allergy.
Wine doesn't contain gluten.
What's a gluten?
After I said it, I was like, I don't know.
What's a gluten?
I like it better though. because
celiac thing was just like, why does that contain gluten?
You won't know.
Yeah, you have that allergy.
It's
Don't you
wheat
remember?
wine.
It's a bad grape allergy.
You broke out in serious hives last time.
Very bad time.
That's why I never like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I tip it.
Oh. Well, you could just let somebody else have it.
Tip it.
Well, it's still on the
Clunk.
table now.
Okay.
Don't.
We just didn't want your health to be in jeopardy.
Yes.
Maybe stick to water. As we all will.
Okay.
We're such a
Clank.
supportive
Wait.
group.
Was I not supposed to drink the wine?
No, you are not supposed to.
Did you drink the wine?
I mean, just like a little bit.
Spit it out.
I mean, it's
It's
Oh,
already
you-
down there. It's not in my mouth
I'm
anymore.
talking, so
This is in character.
This is fully in character. Oh
So
fuck.
maybe-
Oh fuck.
Maybe just
just have some water.
drink. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
We are heisting
To help
tomorrow.
wash it down faster.
I do most of my best adventures
Me-
drunk. That was Miles, not Liam.
Maybe
Alright.
maybe you should eat some charcoal. I'm not saying anything in particular. Activated charcoal.
The rest of the dinner is really simple, though. A lot of well wishes, a lot of the things being said to, bolster you guys and be confidence boosting and everything. But is there anything else you guys wanted to do at dinner? Is there anything that you wanted to?
I'm keeping an eye on. Did I see
No.
Galnor?
No.
Galnor? I didn't see him. Did I see the head of the Robacks? Or the guy that I thought was head of the Robacks?
The robots?
Salt and pepper guy? Not Robacks.
Rubicon?
Rulacan.
I'm gonna let you know right now. Galnor is the ruler of the Rulacan.
Okay. And the salt and pepper guy I saw was I don't know. Okay.
Wait,
I'm
so
gonna
sorry,
solve
I
that for you
thought-
right now.
I
Galnor's
thought
not
he
the
was
hired
like
hand.
I thought the I thought
So Erie might be a hired hand. We don't know.
I wrote
all right,
the wrong
Erie might be a
Basically,
hired hand.
Galnor is.
Because
Galnor
Galnor
was the guy in the that was the towers.
Galnor I thought
office.
was the hired hand
Right.
and yeah, okay, great.
Like again, the letters were addressed to Galnor.
Right. I didn't know. He could be a spy master.
Galnor Rulacan.
Okay.
I'm just hanging out.
Okay.
I'm just seeing people, looking around at everybody.
Eating food. Anybody?
I did something, but it didn't affect on here. But during this time, I would like to detect magic, but I have to undo it real quick so I can mark it off. On the butts. I will to detect magic. I forgot to switch it.
Don't worry about it. I got you.
Cause it's a ritual, right? Cause I can do this like it's a ritual, I believe.
If you want to cast that as a ritual, it's 10 minutes.
I don't have to mark. Oh, I don't have to mark it off.
And you don't have to mark it off, yeah.
That's what I would like to do. But they won't. I have to refresh the sheet.
10 minutes at the table. I was like, she's playing with her food.
Just moving it around.
Yeah, I'm just like.
Okay.
The medallion.
Well, it's a blanket area,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, but I want to be able to.
So
get is it gonna? Do I have to move near? Like, I want to be able to get the
No,
medallion.
you're close enough. Also.
Okay.
It's okay. I'll, reason that you can get up and walk around. The medallion does light up to you.
Wait, the Fatima one out?
What kind of magic is it? As I do know, I get to that. I'm doing it
You
now.
have to focus on it. It is evocation.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
It's like energy magics. A
Ev-
fireball is in.
Yeah, evocation is like...
Healing is also evocation, by the way.
Yeah.
Healing and fireball and...
Yeah, so as well as you kind of like walk past, you notice that there are 4 wine bottles that were used to like do the table. They are all slightly glowing as well.
Know it. Hey, can we like have a group meeting over here real quick? I just
Absolutely.
just wanted to talk. Philip.
Yeah.
The medallion. That's magical. Do you know about that? Did anyone tell you
Medallion?
about it?
No.
No one told you about this medallion up here? Would
You
you
see,
mind?
you go to the mantle. You look toward the mantle. There is in a case, a gold chain with a sun like amulet with a ruby at its center. It's all gold.
Do I recognize that?
No.
Okay.
It's not a symbol. It's just a design of the necklace.
Oh, okay. So it's not...
That's what
okay.
I mean. It's like it's not a symbol of anything specific. It's just a design of the necklace.
Okay,
And
cool.
also, I think that the wine may be magical of some sort. It's a little magic-y.
Oh.
Good magic or bad magic?
Well, yeah, what kind of magic?
As you focus on, it seems like transmutation.
It's transmutation magic.
So that turns us into something else?
Uh,
I don't know magic very well.
I mean, I don't know exactly what it's supposed to do, but something along those lines.
Hamgan. This is an incredible spread. Where did the wine come from?
Well, the food all came from us. We made it all. The wine, our benefactor.
God.
Can someone please help me
I'm gonna look for Villatelli.
Military? Sure.
Villatelli, yeah.
He's right there next to Amgen.
I'm going to.
I'm gonna pull him aside.
Wait, I asked him about the medallion.
Yes.
He's pulling him aside by
I'm pulling him
himself.
aside, yeah.
Who?
I'm
Me?
Oh,
Sorry,
no,
I
don't
want
see
to
that
go
happen.
up to the bottles
You
of
see him pull him
wine.
aside, but I'm just saying that you can't really tell him what you
Oh,
just
I-
told him because
wasn't
he's doing it by himself. That's what I'm saying. It's like Philip's grabbing Military to pull him to his
Right,
side.
but wasn't he with us?
When we were like, oh
He
no.
went
we're
over to.
going.
I mean, yeah, conceptually it's all in
So
a
would I not be
similar
able-
area, but I'm saying
You can follow. I'm not gonna stop you from following.
No, I'm saying
gonna
as
ca-
he
I wanna-
leaves, am I able to say that to him? No.
Do you have enough time?
it's. I'll allow it. Sure, it's
No,
just.
it's not possible. I was just trying. I
It's
was
just.
just
It's
trying to-
hair. It's like. Do you want to say it quietly?
Yeah, that's like as he was
Then he
leaving.
won't be able to hear it.
Okay, that's my question.
I'm going to cast Identify on the wine.
Yeah.
Okay. You find it to be a unique. It's not a poison, but unique properties within it seem to be some sort of like. It's like you could tell it would be classified as a poison. it doesn't have the same tendencies as poison. It seems to also contain material, like essence, from an outsider. Like an extraplanar creature. And it seems to be... You're not getting anything like specific, right? Like you're not getting like, this is what this item is. You're like, I'm bending the rules of Identify a little bit to allow this.
Okay.
But the magic used upon it seems to be some sort of... What would amount to like like wearing cologne through ingestion?
Oh.
It's like the smell. It's the smell.
Oh.
You pull Villatary aside. What is wrong with Villatary?
It appears that our benefactors may have slipped a little something into the wine. Do you have any strong healers around?
Not anything that would help with the... we don't even know what is in it, I guess.
It's transmutation. That's all I know. It's...
Maybe if we knew more... it doesn't seem to be affecting anyone, but I will make the rounds to tell everyone to stop drinking.
Yeah, the rest of my party is investigating it right now, but we should get people to stop drinking as soon as possible.
Keep them quiet, okay?
Yeah.
I do not want them to go so panic, but...
Yeah, absolutely.
He starts to kind of go around and he's making like light excuses in Gnome about like, oh, it's, we popped the wrong vintage. It's bad. It's not. It's this
not
was
ready yet.
They gave it to us to hold on to for a long time, and we messed it up. So we're gonna go and get some more of the other wine and bring it up.
The stuff you can only do with a high charisma.
Reconvening.
Can any of you
with you guys?
Can any of you like
It's
positively
not going to
identify?
hurt me.
It's not gonna hurt you.
It's not going to hurt anyone. What I think it will do is... It's like... do you hunt? Have you hunted?
I always hunt.
You can use like... so when you're trying to draw animals to bait, you can use something like pheromones.
Yeah.
That'll draw creatures to it.
And that's what this is.
I think it has a similar effect.
It has a. You said that was extra planar, yeah?
That's me.
That's
I
you?
haven't
It's
said
still
that
him.
yet.
It's all.
Has
Oh, you haven't said it
extraplanar
yet? Sorry,
properties
sorry.
similar to like a cologne. I think it'll make us light up.
Do you think
Devil
possibly
fiends.
it is the other Aarakocra that used to visit the Fraterfuller place?
It's possible, but
I've heard of worse things happening to us.
my thing is, I think if we are trying to be sneaky on the heist, this is meant to have us know. It's meant to make us draw attention.
And I have to say, if they used Aarakocra, I don't know, like general scent, musk, general oeuvre, I might be a little bit lit up on the heist.
Have you heard of the Blood Wars?
No.
So, in the Hells, it's an old story. They've been going on for a long time, but it's an old story that the Hells, at least part of them, it's a constant battle between the devils and the demons.
Okay.
The demons from the abyss, and they're always at war, and sort of just an eternal war, and it wouldn't surprise me if it might have something to do with that. If they're trying to
Make it seem like we are devils or working with the devils.
Yeah.
or whoever,
To fiends
Or
or to
vice
help
versa.
one of them
It's gonna mark us.
to help one of them track us. I'm not sure which.
Do you think that we could take him as a distraction?
I
Like
mean,
throw it the other way and be like, look at all those demons.
that's truly not a bad idea.
Like
all the
maybe-
wine is gone.
All
It
the
was
wine is
poured
gone.
in the cups.
But just kidding.
But we can take one of the people that's drank it.
And throw them at the demon.
Drain their blood.
We take
Okay.
Amgan with us.
Amgam.
Amgan.
That's the
Amgan?
that's the least harmful thing I think it could do. I hope it wouldn't start churning people into anything. I don't know if that's possible.
Goodness knows.
But did you ask them about the medallion?
No, I was more worried about
Well, but they
them drinking
possibly
this
could
thing.
heal them. It's it's a possibility.
I mean, I feel like if they're not going into the seven hells, they're pretty okay.
Well, if that's what's
Now
correct.
the other
There's
two.
9 of them.
But if that's correct,
The other two.
that it could turn them into something. It might
could.
be helpful, and you don't know. They won't tell us what it does, but maybe it could help them.
Yeah, they don't like us very much.
Well, we're not family.
And we yelled at that guy.
Who did you yell at?
I
Your
didn't yell at
family.
anyone.
The big beefy one.
You look at the bouncer at the stairs.
What is he?
You know him.
Your family.
Big beefy no. We wanted to look at the medallion, and he wouldn't let us look at the medallion.
But okay, well, that aside, it might be able to help. It can help. It can be healing things, and you also. I know that you're worried about your family, so maybe it can help them. They just won't tell us, or maybe they don't even know.
Is Military back?
Yeah, he's done his.
I'm gonna go over to him. So, there's traces of something. There's traces of outsider in there. Whatever they did to it, I don't know exactly what it could cause, but it's possible it's. Liam thinks it might be pheromones. But if it's not the case and it's something worse, they're saying they notice that there's a powerful magical object over there, and does that have healing properties?
No, it isn't.
Okay. I thought it just might be useful in case something happens to everybody.
It doesn't have to seem that I will have to keep an eye on everything, but they would not gain anything by hurting all of us.
They would gain something by this heist being unsuccessful.
Yes. I believe you were the target.
Oh! Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense.
I believe you were the person that they would hurt the most.
Well, I
The
didn't
rest
drink
of us,
any.
so that's why I think they would make sure that it was as widespread as it could be.
Well, I didn't drink any of it.
You didn't?
No.
Did the rest of your party?
Apparently I'm allergic.
Yes. Deeply allergic. Sorry, she says from across the room.
Apparently.
My passive perception is 19. I can hear them.
But that's good. If none of your party drank it, then perhaps you're okay.
Oh, yeah. I don't think any of us drank it, or at least nobody that would be affected by it. Just kind of like glance over, trying to like mentally take count. Nameless didn't drink.
No. The
Click
was
Whistle
very
didn't,
clearly
and
trying
wouldn't
to
let me.
make you, and you didn't see. And Salali did say water, but
Okay.
you didn't look at Liam at all.
Oh, was he not there when Liam said he drank it?
No, he was there. I'm just saying that he wasn't paying
Okay.
attention. He
Okay.
was paying
Oh,
attention to his own
Liam
drink
took a skip
being,
ski.
Yeah.
Forced away from his hand, so he can't notice
No,
what
I
Liam
thought
was doing.
he already said that he drank it.
Liam said it wouldn't affect him, right?
Yeah.
Well, no, I said it wouldn't
Kill him.
hurt me.
So you
Okay.
know, he
Might
does
affect him.
know, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was trying. I thought you were like, okay.
Okay. Well. I think we'll be okay.
I hope so.
I'll still be around until, halfway through tomorrow, so if something does happen, I'll stop by and I can do some healing.
That sounds good.
Okay. What else there is to do? I guess just go back to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it heal them? Will it help them?
It doesn't heal, no.
What does it do?
I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
Do
No one
getting
freaking knows
to
what this thing is
ask?
doing.
Well, I'm not just gonna ask for their medallion.
Not asking.
It's yours. It's your family's.
Go back to Virtu.
Military.
Can I have that?
Oh my god.
What does the medallion do, out of curiosity?
Do you see the big dragon head outside?
Oh, yeah.
Cheating me.
Yeah.
That's a stone inside. It can create scienceable illusions.
Huh. Alright. Well, that makes a lot of sense. I was wondering how that was working. I go back to them. It makes the dragon happen.
Wow, I
Jesus
wish that
Christ.
when I asked the guy that, he had told me that.
Oh, I glare at the
Oh.
bouncer.
Me too.
Yeah,
Well-
same.
Well, they probably want it to be a secret. You know, it's a pretty notable part of the establishment. They want to ruin the magic. No pun intended.
We silently stare at him.
Was that a pun?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I think
Okay.
with that, I think we're gonna call it. I think because I mean, you guys have some stuff to think about. You guys have some things to.
One more thing.
Sure.
I just want to speak. Yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah.
So head back to the table. I think we can all just take our seats. We're not drinking the wine. I think we'll be okay.
Watch out for the present.
I think
We have to worry about the past.
I think
shit.
I think that was the present.
No. Oh.
They gave them the wine.
The wine. Okay. I just, in case they give you anything to go on the heist with, just be a little wary of opening it. At least in mixed
I
company.
think after that, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm alright. Dumb like a fox, am I right?
Deeply dumb like a fox.
Alright, okay, so let's go sit back down. Raise my glass of water. But I guess they brought new wine out.
Yes.
Can I ask for juice?
Yes.
Alright.
Oh, God.
Raise my glass of juice.
Okay.
We've changed out the glasses. Yeah.
God.
Okay.
Just move on.
Yes,
and he washed
Jesus
and he washed
Christ.
his hands after. All right. Yeah.
He changed his
um,
gloves.
Raise the glass. Say. I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. Both, the family I've had for a while, and the family I've just discovered existed. This heist is going to be dangerous, but I couldn't be more proud to be going on it. And I'm just as proud that I have this many people who are willing to go on it with me. So, we'll see you all in a couple days.
Military looks at you. He's like,
A couple weeks. Couple months.
Years.
We'll see you all relatively soon. Love to live and live to love.
Yay.
All right.
with that, that's where we'll call the session tonight. So we are super excited to be back. We just, there's a lot of stuff that's going on today, and we got a jet, but
We got a private jet.
thank you so much for joining us tonight, and
Check out the Four Comic Junkies podcast.
Yeah.
Check out the Dragon's Horde Dice Company Kickstarter
Boom.
for solid sterling silver dice.
solid stuff.
And check out the natural ones every Wednesday at 8 p.m. EST.
Yeah.
For the rest of the year, probably.
And if you miss it, it recaps.
Assuming
on
we don't take
Sunday.
another break.
Yeah.
We'll also be rebroadcasting on Sundays
On
at 1 p.m.
Sundays for all you West Coast peeps.
And also, It's always on the channel if you wanted to come back and watch any of them on the channel.
mean-
And if you want the podcast, check any of the podcast providers, and we're all there as well.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, everybody. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Bye, friends.
Bye.